What's up, baby boy? Connor, how you doing, brother?
Well, doing all right. How are you, my man?
Hey, I'm pretty good, my boy. We're back on episode Let's go.
7 plus 4 minus 1, something like that.
That's right. This is the fourth Evangelion movie. Nice. We are in.
Are we the
What's up?
fourth or are we just the eighth? You know what I mean? Who's really counting at this point? Not
No, it's like Christian evangelical. It's Evangelion.
Evangelion.
No,
Yes.
the creator even said he'd put a bunch of Christian motifs in there because he thought it was tight. It's evangelical.
Yeah,
Evangelion.
but it's Evangelion.
No.
It's a gelly, not a jelly, brother.
Ain't nobody got evangelical. Where's the evangelical anyway. Churches?
You know what? Hey, you know what? Yeah, I do say this from time to time. The clock does strike 12 2 times a day. You're just wrong today. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that that's how that phrase is supposed to be said, but I respect it a lot. I don't think that's the phrase.
Like that.
I don't know if that's the one.
That's all I could muster at the moment. You know,
there was another phrase that you used just this morning that was like a little bit wrong, and I loved it. When you're like, I'm not gonna hold their head to the fire, and I was like, does he mean feet? I'm not gonna hold their head to the fire.
I put my own spin on it. I put my own spin on that one.
True. We're coining
that was
phrases.
me putting my own spin on that.
Yeah, true.
Gotta change it up sometimes. Gotta change it up.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you gotta hold their head to the fire. I love it.
I was just gonna be known for the guy who misquotes every single like haiku imaginable.
Misquoted haikus. Implying that there are just famous haikus people drop. That's crazy.
There are some.
Name one famous haiku.
Let me look.
Give me a famous 575. Oh, that is so funny. Not the misquoted haikus, dude. Although before we started,
pond. A frog jumps into the pond. Splash. Silence again.
Splash. Silence again. Well, yeah, all right. Sure. Yeah, okay. I fuck with that. That's good. That's a good one. That's tight.
I don't want to. Okay. See you guys next week.
Tight. That's crazy. Splash.
I misquote movie quotes as well. I just can't remember movie quotes.
Hey, sometimes you gotta have a paraphrasing memory. I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I remember it just enough.
Just enough. The true.
Oh fuck me.
Avengers congregate.
Avengers, get here.
True. Holy.
Avengers, Autobots, start driving.
It's just like Optimus Prime always says, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
Start your engine.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn.
Holy.
Yeah, that's my brain.
Every time, it'd be a great edit of the Transformers movies and shows.
Hit me.
Completely unedited, except every time Optimus Prime is about to say transform and roll out, there's like an edit in of the Mario Kart Lakitu synced up so that when he says roll out, it like the go, you know what I mean? The boop, boop,
I would want any MMO, doesn't have to be WoW, it could be any MMO, the sound when you finish the mount up sequence.
Yeah.
Whenever they transform and they finish transforming, just hit the mount up sequence.
Oh, that'd be so good. That'd be really, really good. That would be incredible, actually. We're getting mounts in Genshin later, I'm told.
Well, you kind of already have a proto version of that, right? Because you turn into the mounts.
Yeah. We can turn into the dinosaurs. We have like a motorcycle on one character.
And surely those were done in like that was the beta test for what's going to be. Yeah.
Dog. the version 5.5 trailer dropped. Like the live stream happened this morning for Genshin.
That's a new Genshin, like a new full. Is that a new full patch, or is that like?
Yeah. Like the full
Okay.
patch, new characters, all this new
Because
region to explore.
does Genshin have like 0.5? Like, so WoW does like the new season, or like the sequential point whatever patch.
Yeah.
Then they do like a point 1.5, then a point 1.7, then they go into like whatever it is, 0.2. Or
Oh,
is this like
we have like the number before the decimal is the region that just came out. So like
sure, okay.
Natlan is right. So like
It's like
Natlan
WoW
is like
expansions.
version 5.
Sure.
And then as they release more chunks of that region, it's version 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4. So like we're going into version 5.5 and they dropped a character today. Well, they're not out yet, but they're coming out in like 2 weeks. When they run, they do the old like Saturday morning Sonic circle legs.
Oh yeah.
It's so tight.
Sure.
It's so fucking tight. You
Yeah.
had the same reaction that Babe had, where she was like, "What is that?" Like, but I'm like so excited.
You know, I understand we're playing games, and so the point of games is to suspend, real life. Obviously, I'm not going to go into Skyrim and be like, "Oh, why are dragons in the sky?" That's not in real life. I hate when people do that.
The circle legs, brother.
But certain things in games just kind of fucking take me out of them. You know what I mean? Like that, just like circle.
Not me, dude. Circle legs, baby. I'm so hype. And I don't. They did this on purpose, I'm sure, because the game is full of intentional references. There's ramps in the new area that like make use of that like
Sonic.
charging mechanic. Not only Sonic, they specifically one-to-one. That'd be tight. I hope so. But they specifically have the character that has the circle legs. When they hit a ramp, they do that like arms and legs out Sonic Boom pose from the opening cinematic for Sonic Boom.
Okay.
On like the Sega CD or whatever the fuck it was on. I forget. Yeah. They're like directly one-to-one. Like, hey, you guys remember Sonic Boom? We do. Boom.
WoW
so
kind of
tight.
just did something similar. You probably see it doing it on stream, but they released like a new ground that's hard. We're in like a goblin area, and goblin and like gnomes are known for like in the WoW universe are like the superior kind of technology races or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have these like cars, and you're driving around the goblin city called Undermine, and it feels like Sonic a little bit because they've left little things to collect while you're driving that like boost up your the mount's like stamina again, so you can like go around, boost, drift, shit like that. It just reminded of me like running through a Sonic level and collecting rings and shit. And shit like that. Obviously, it's intentional.
Brother, old games are so tight. And every time a modern
games
game
can be tight too.
Well, yeah. But like I like it when modern games do old game shit.
No, for sure. Yeah. I 100% on board with that. Yeah. Or just like little references, right?
Yes.
Like little kind of hints. You're like, I knew it. Like, back in classic WoW, you had the One Ring and the sometimes they have like flavor text under them, and it's like, we think it's One Ring, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's just making fun of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
that is like very a nice intentional like little drop in the thing,
right,
in the game in general.
Yeah. No, like even like this new place coming out in Genshin, like the character with circle legs, they can run across water with the circle legs like Sonic and Sonic Boom. We're getting 2D platformer stages just for her.
So Genshin's kind of getting rid of the hard stamina bar, kind of like, all right, we did the Breath of the Wild thing. Let's kind of let them just.
That's kind of been gone for a while.
Okay, well, I'm not, not a huge Genshin player. Yeah, they kind of saw the writing on the wall for that, and like, oh yeah, we need to.
It's still around. Like you can run out of stamina, but there are a great deal of characters who can bypass the stamina bar and just keep running.
So they just basically kind of like outpatched it, essentially. Like, if you're running these X amount of new characters, it's pretty much you don't have to really worry about it.
Yeah, and even the old characters can bypass stamina if you like indwell one of the dinosaurs from Dinosaur Land. Like they like bypass the stamina meter, and there's like a bunch of different like aspects.
Does Genshin patch out content they put in? Like for example, WoW for a while, um, we were all confused because they would do stuff like not player housing, but like let's say they would do class halls, like all one class would like meet up at this one place. Like hunters had this lodge, and then if you're like a rogue, you had this like underbelly area of like all rogue. It was part of like a plot point, like expansion. And
Okay.
then they essentially like built this whole system only to just kill it next expansion. It was like
Oh.
a process of intentional obsolescence.
Mhm.
And then basically they knew we're not gonna, even if this is super popular players, we're never gonna like take the system further. Like, does Genshin have stuff like that? Or does it all build on each other and like going down?
Um.
So I don't really know enough. I know Genshin has had a lot of new stuff over the time.
Kind of both.
Kind of both, yeah.
Kind of both.
I feel like a game, if it's going to be out a while, there's going to be content where they're like, oh yeah, we need to fucking not do this anymore.
Like almost all of the version 1.0 content is still there. Like they don't remove stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like every time they come out with like a new like, you know, special event or whatever, they'll like create a whole mini game. Like, oh, this is like the Mario Maker mode where you can make your own obstacle courses and play them with your friends. And it'll be around for like 9 days and then it just is gone. Like, see ya. And it deletes forever. Or they'll be like, oh, here's you know, it's the summer patch, so it's special end of the year, end of the summer event, and you can explore the Golden Apple Archipelago special island chain. And they'll like make this entire region that's like the size of all of Banjo Kazooie. I mean, like it's a big region, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of 3 weeks, okay, well it's dead. See ya, and it just gets deleted.
Yeah, WoW does stuff like that. Not deleting the content though, but like, which is actually kind of interesting. This last 0.5 or 0.7 patch they released an island called the Siren Isles. And it was kind of meant to be the transitionary period to get people caught up and to also give like a little permanent buff to people. So instead of like completely nerfing and buffing the raid every week, they would give players this like player PowerPoint to be able to buff that. And then hopefully players are using that to then go through the raids a lot faster or whatever, instead of just having to go in the raid and tweak things like every other week.
Right. Yeah.
This whole island was basically a scrapped island from like 4 expansions ago, and it was just sitting in the game files. And they're like, hey, why don't we take this like island that we never used and just reuse it as content?
Right.
And so not only did we get a piece of content out faster, but we got content we normally wouldn't get for a 0.7 patch.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Cool. But everyone shitted on it because it was like, oh, they're just reusing content. But it's like, it's not even reused. They just never.
Right.
The whole map of this like island we were on was never used whatsoever.
I'll tell you what. Even if they did reuse content, good for them. Reuse reduces recycle. Give me more recycled content. You know what I mean?
Give me more content. Like, and that's what I was kind of. I get upset about WoW players sometimes because they're so fucking dumb. They don't think. Like MMO players just don't fucking think at all.
Like Dragon Ball Z enjoyers, sure.
Oh,
same crowd.
Every time I see something on Facebook about Dragon Ball Z, I want to like fucking like.
How dare you? How dare you?
It's so bad. It makes me cringe. You saw the new Super 2 book cover. It has like sickly looking Piccolo because he's like now he has
orange.
That, like,
it's the 5 characters like one in each like a box, and Gohan's in the middle with the big dumb white hair.
Yeah. I like, guys, this is fucking peak Dragon Ball Z, guys. Peak Dragon Ball Z.
Somebody literally said Toyotaro just keeps getting better. Where? What is the better in the room with us right now?
Bro, it looks like they didn't even draw Piccolo. It looks like they took him out of that shitty movie. It's a shitty CG look.
It is. It's a render that they just kind of put with the other characters that were drawn. Yeah.
No, but I mean like in that little picture.
Right.
It's terrible.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
actually did that.
They took the render from the movie and put it with the 4 drawn characters on the. Yeah, right.
But why are we doing this, guys? Why are we, you know what I'm saying? Why are we doing that?
Piccolo's just the only. He's the only motherfucker that gets to be in 3D.
He fucking looks constipated.
Yeah, well, yes.
Him and Broly look fucking constipated. And also, Broly being canon can suck my dick. Broly is such a dumb character.
You don't like that?
I don't like Broly. No. I also don't like Super Saiyan 4 being canon either via our canon new show, Daima.
Well, it already was.
Well, now super canon, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
people
Omega
like to
canon.
say there's so much. Bro, there's so much weird. If you like get into the minutia of Dragon Ball, like a franchise, there's so many people that are like, oh, well, GT isn't canon because like these reasons. What they mean is, I don't want it to be canon, but it is though.
I kind of
Toriyama signed off on the whole thing, and
don't really want it to be canon. Dragon Ball ended after Dragon Ball.
Toriyama signed off on the whole thing, bro. I don't know. Well, that's true.
Well, you're right, you know, he could also never remember any of his characters' names if they weren't like fucking fruit names.
Brother,
you know what I mean?
Correct.
Fuck him.
Correct. You're so right.
As a creator, fuck him, actually. And rest in peace, brother. I
as a human being, what a soul, you know, an angel, surely.
I just like. Have you seen any bits or pieces of Daima at all?
No, just still images.
Okay, so
I don't think I'm not one clip.
If you're listening to this and I'm about to spoil Daima for you, then you deserve it. Don't watch the shit. This is your only warning. So they go to the demon realm, right? The whole LOL, we're kids. We're going to the demon realm to get the demon balls.
Yeah,
right? The demon Dragon Balls, right? So how do they get to the demon realm? You might ask. Well, they fly into a space fish's mouth that talks. And they give the space fish pin codes because you have to have a pin code to get into the demon realm.
What, like they got like a cyber lock on the door? They got a digital, like a keypad lock?
Fish guy opens his mouth and puts them into like the dimension world or whatever, and they can pick which world they want to go to.
Okay.
It's dumb as fuck.
Well,
and so I'm watching the animation of this, and I'm like, you could have done anything. We could have done anything.
Could have done anything.
Could have done anything with any story. You could have retold Dragon Ball Z as everyone as kids again, and everyone would have loved it. Little mini arcs, you know, Frieza's a kid again, Cell's a kid again, everyone's revived, whatever, and we're just reliving Dragon Ball Z with they're just kids.
Sure.
You could have done anything.
You know, man, I have a real big wish list of things that I wish that Dragon Ball, the franchise, would have done instead of Super and Daima. Like, there's stuff I would love to have seen. That's like, and a lot of it's wacky. You know what I mean? I'm not even like they should stay Dragon Ball Z. I'm not even that guy.
No.
But
just make a story that makes fucking sense. But here's my thing, too. It's a shame because the animation in Daima actually kind of good. Animation-wise. It's actually, when you compare it to fucking Super, you know, the show that crashed Crunchyroll that one time, when you compare it to Super, Super looks like fucking garbage.
That's
you know
really
what I mean?
Funny.
That one time,
Super looks garbage in general.
Yeah, Super's fucking
ugly
awful. Probably one of the worst animated shows I've watched in a long time. Up there with like that one season that Netflix did of 7 Deadly Sins, where they like just got the worst animators.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah. No, for sure.
You know. And I'm a Dragon Ball. Look, as a kid growing up, I had Dragon Balls. My whole outfit was Dragon Ball Z.
Isn't it weird how we both find like the necessary component of this that we need to like qualify? We both have to like come out and defend it like, hey, I'm a fan, but we both need to do that.
But I am a fan. Unfortunately, I even hate to call myself a fan now because of the shit that's coming out. And it's like people are eating this shit up. And I'm like,
I think
maybe I've just reached that point where I'm like, am I the problem now? Is it me?
I think weirdly you're a bigger fan than I am, and I have Saiyan in my name.
Well, no, I was. Well, no, okay. So like growing up, loved I didn't even like Dragon Ball Z for a while. My neighbor got me into it.
I know more about the franchise than you by a lot, but I also am like a hater.
Well, yeah, I grew up watching Funimation dubs, and
I'm a funny dub too.
I have like the whole show on Blu-ray back here.
Me too.
So like,
yeah, same.
so like, I'm a fan, but if you ask me, hey, do you want to like, what do you want to watch tonight? Like, if we're hanging out, like, hey, you want to watch some Dragon Ball Z? You want to watch some Super? You want to watch some GT? I'd be like, no, I don't really want to do that again.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Because I've watched fully Dragon Ball Z twice. That's enough for me. That's enough for me.
Oh, I think I'm probably on like 7.
If some kid wants to cut together a Dragon Ball Z fight sequence and put it to some Linkin Park and like try to upload it and think they did something crazy in 2025, I'll watch an AMV. I'll watch a new AMV and put it to some Sleep Token. I don't care. Whatever. I'll watch it. But like, I'm kind of not in that headspace anymore. I don't really think any of the characters are very interesting. Other Gohan was interesting for a while. Then he stopped being interesting and they kind of ruined his character. And I'm not even a Gohan stan. I'm just kind of like, fuck Saiyan, fuck Mr. Satan, fuck all that shit. Yeah. I hate every time. Satan almost ruined the Cell arc for me with how much screen time he had. And he didn't even have that much in that saga. Yeah. But it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, just every time he was on the screen, you were like, I'm embarrassed to watch this.
Him, his stupid fuck-ass daughter, like everybody.
The Videl hate. Oh my god.
I just, the whole family could not be in the show and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so
I
that's
agree.
That's kind of my vibe on the whole
dog's
thing.
Cute. I like B.
Yeah, B's chilled. Well, but B wasn't introduced till, Boo or whatever, so.
Yeah, that's later. That's a later pickup.
So, like, I don't have, like, all the deep lore knowledge. I never was interested in the deep lore knowledge, whatever, you know? If he wants to be an asshole and a dumb, aloof idiot or like, what was he in the original show? He was just like just an asshole or whatever, Goku or whatever. They like changed him for America.
Oh yeah, he was like a battle maniac, don't care about nothing but fighting. It like a lot of it was like in America, he's very like, I am the hope of the universe and I'm protector of the innocent, I'm the guardian of light and I gotta protect the weak. And then in Japan he's like, I'm here because I'm a sick ass. I'm the warrior who's gonna fight you in the face, fucking bitch. Like, look at me battling, boy. I'm a Saiyan from Earth, and I'm gonna fight you because I'm me, baby. Like, it's all very
boring.
Yes, right,
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's like my extent. I thought GT was a good show. Divorced from.
I don't know if I can co-sign that, but
there are a couple sagas in GT that were okay.
There's some funny stuff. I like when Goku like swallows a Dragon Ball and like kind of chokes on it, but then it pops out of his forehead and turns into a dragon. That's tight.
One part of GT that was like sick for me. That was like it had some stakes when Piccolo goes to Demon Realm to like save that or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just teleports to the mountain and keeps himself there. He's like, hey, the ultimate sacrifice. Piccolo has always been my man. That was a good moment. I'm not saying GT is a great show. It had some good moments. It was a bad show with some good moments. It had some good fight scenes.
I'm going to say some shit right now.
Oh, okay. Hit me.
Somebody asked me recently.
Oh, God. Sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Somebody, no disagreement there. Somebody asked me recently who my favorite characters were in Dragon Ball Z. Like, and when people that are casual say Dragon Ball Z, they kind of mean all of Dragon Ball, not necessarily Z, but
I would assume like, just Chi-Chi and that's it.
Man.
Because she's just like the homie.
I was like, it's like Goku and Chi-Chi, I guess that's all. But it depends on what kind of answer you want. Like, how real do you want me to be? Like, do you want a fake ass answer or a real answer? And they were like, a real answer, I guess. And I was like, I really like Melee. Nobody knows who that is. Not one soul on Earth. If I bring up Melee from Dragon Ball, they're like, does he mean Smash Brothers Melee? What the fuck is he talking about? Nobody knows what
Dragon Ball character.
Yeah. Do you know who Melee is? Be so for real.
I am not. I've seen maybe 50 episodes of Dragon Ball. Yeah. I don't remember a single episode. Other than like Grandpa Gohan or whatever.
Bro, ain't nobody know Melee.
But again, I'm not. But again, I'm not a self-proclaimed knower in the DB space. You know what I mean? I got in on Gohan's story that ended up not being Gohan's story. You know what I mean? I ended up getting in on that train.
Yeah. Not bad.
So I'm not really a ball kind of guy.
Yeah. So, well, me either. I think the original Dragon Ball is kind of bad for the most part, but like those last couple of sagas where like Goku is like grown up and he's like adult looking, that's kind of tight. You know what it is too,
Mm.
like the I don't even like I don't mind the story of Dragon Ball when he's like a little kid helping out Upa and like fighting the Red Ribbon Army and all this shit. I'm with that. I'm here for that. But
Mm.
like the humor of like 80s Japan just doesn't really hit for me.
You know what also doesn't hit for me now that we're on the topic of like things not hitting?
Like
It's the
little Goku
weird
just kind of go ahead.
Dragon Ball Z has this weird disparity between like, we're poor, we live in the woods, and we just live in a little house in a cabin or whatever. And then you
Yeah.
have people with like flying cars.
Yeah. Yeah, they got
And
feature tech
I
and stuff.
just
Yeah.
don't like I don't like that. I don't like the whole super future tech thing.
Really? You think
In
like
that,
the capsules and stuff to like make a house show up and all this?
yeah, because it's just like if we all know Bulma and Bulma's super rich, that
Yeah.
no one ever has to do anything.
The wealthiest family
Why
on
are
earth. Yeah.
why are we poor then? If Bulma's our best friend and she has literally more money than anyone could ever imagine because we also run Capsule
Yeah.
Corp, the thing that literally runs the whole world,
Yeah.
because everything gets put in capsules.
Yeah.
And Chi-Chi also has a little poor car, capsule car or whatever. So it's like,
Yeah.
why are we poor then? Like, what's the angle? Chi-Chi, what are you doing?
Why are we poor then?
You know what I mean? Like, we're not
Yeah.
poor then, because we know Bulma, and Bulma's going to take. Surely Bulma put Gohan through school, I imagine. You know what I mean? Like,
You want to hear some
surely.
crazier shit? You want to hear some even crazier shit?
Yeah, hit me.
So, like, a lot of people don't really consider this, I don't think, just linguistically. But, like,
Um,
in America, there's a lot of different American Englishes. Like,
Hey,
you hear
like,
English and you think, like, oh, English. That's what we all speak. We're speaking English. But then when you really
um,
think about it, there's, like, American English and European English, right?
and
Oh,
then
you
you
might
have
the
like
girls in Akas,
slang.
and it's, like,
Sure.
different.
Yeah.
Right, and that's not the same as, like, what up, dog? Like, American
Yeah.
English is, like, diff. But then there's a lot of different American like accents. You know what I mean? Like if I'm in Washington State in the top left corner of America, I'm talking like I talk now because that's where I'm from. Currently, I talk that way.
Yeah, if you go to New York, it's a bit different.
Yeah,
Texas is
New
a bit
York's
different.
different, Texas is different, Minnesota's different. Like if you go to California, yo, what's up, dog? You're gonna hear a lot of like the drawn out or in there, dog. It's like
Yeah.
div. And then if you go, further over like West Virginia, you're gonna hear something like it's
Well,
like a
that's
different
right.
thing.
That's
I know
right.
that's right. And
I
then
know that's
like,
right. Give me a pop.
yeah, it's true. True.
Grab me a pop.
Unless and you're in really South Texas or like Alabama, and then every soda is mysteriously just called a Coke.
Coke.
All of them. Root beer, it's
Well,
called a
you
Coke.
have
Sprite is a
Coke
Coke.
or Dr. Pepper. You have
True.
Coke, which
Well, yeah.
encompasses all sodas,
Yeah,
and then
and
you
then
have
Dr.
Dr. Pepper.
Pepper. Yes, that's
Dr.
true.
Pepper is its own thing.
Yeah.
You never elaborate a Dr. Pepper with anything other than Dr. Pepper. Though when you talk about Coke, it's Sprite, everything else. Pepsi doesn't matter. It's getting called Coke.
Yeah, you want a Coke? What kind? I'd be like, we got Mountain
Yeah.
Dew and Sprite, cream soda. Be like, okay. But
You
like,
want Dr. Pepper instead. Yeah.
yeah. And then, you go up to like, yeah, like, I don't know, like Wisconsin or some shit. Oh, don't you just be talking like this over there. Oh, dear you. And it's like, are you a little bit Irish and a little bit Scottish and a little bit something? What is that even? What are you doing right now? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, don't you know? It's like it's like a little bit Canadian, a little bit Irish. I don't even know what that is. Wisconsin sounds crazy. So like we got a bunch of those, you know what I mean? But famously, there is a whole group of individuals. I also love Dr. Pepper. There's a whole group of individuals that are like,
Damn. Says a lot.
well, how okay. Listen, that there's Dr. Pepper is a line that divides the world. You know what I
Hear
mean?
me out.
There's two
Hear me
groups.
out.
Yo,
Dr. Pepper is disgusting on its own. You throw some
I'm
whiskey in
listening.
there, it's actually pretty good. I'll
You ever had
drink a
Dr.
Dr.
Pepper?
Pepper. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Have you ever had Dr. Pepper with vanilla ice cream in it?
No, but I was going to that angle. I was gonna say Dr. Pepper with vanilla whiskey.
Oh, sure.
Like Crown Vanilla.
Yeah.
Tastes like a Dr. Pepper float. And
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper and whiskey, specifically the vanilla whiskey, I think is a good combo. I'll drink that,
Sure.
and that's like poison.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up with this next part. My aunt, big fan. Dr. Pepper and milk.
Yeah.
I can't get on board with that.
Guess, right?
I can't get on board with that one. I don't know about that.
I don't even understand the implication of that. Why?
Because it's like a float, but no ice cream.
But so we're just taking the good part of the float out and just leaving the shit part.
Yes.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No, thank you. No.
And you might be thinking, oh, vanilla Dr. Pepper, fucking disgusting. It's not. It just tastes like better vanilla Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Well, I like Dr. Vanilla. It's okay.
Because I'm not a Dr. Pepper vanilla or a Coke vanilla guy, but put some vanilla whiskey in there, some Crown vanilla.
No, I hear you on that.
Shit's kind of fucking fire.
Yeah, but she just hits the whole milk, bro.
And it's dangerously fire because you don't taste the whiskey.
You don't taste the whiskey.
You don't taste the whiskey. That's the great part.
I look back at the time when I used to drink. Oh no, just whole milk, bro.
She's throwing whole milk. She's crazy, actually.
Yeah, and it's like a 70-30. It's like not a splash of milk. It's like a lot of milk. Like 60-40 almost, where 60 Dr. Pepper, 40 milk. It's like a lot of milk.
To audio listeners, I'm cringing at the thought of whole milk going into a fucking.
Yeah, audio listeners. Oh, my boy just got scoliosis in real time.
I'm hunched over.
Yeah,
dry heaving as we speak.
True.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Audio listeners, it's that gif of the cat trying to huff a hairball. Like,
yeah. Speaking of weird combinations, thoughts on ketchup and mac and cheese? Do we fuck with that?
I fuck with ketchup mac. I mean, I don't do it, but like I get why people would do it. Yeah.
I can't fuck with that.
Cheese and tomato go together. In general.
Yeah, but not. I'm gonna be for real. I'm gonna out myself live on air right now.
Sure.
I don't like ketchup at all.
You know what? And you're real for that. You're real for that. I like ketchup, and you're still real for that.
Sugary tomato.
No, there's a little vinegar in there too.
It tastes kind of. So for me, it's the heat angle. Like if I have some ketchup that's been warmed up in the bag, and I'm eating them with my warm fries or friends from the UK are chips,
Sure.
I'm okay with that. But if it's like the cold ass countertop ketchup that like
need it to be warm.
I need it to be warm. It's like a fucking texture thing. The weirdness of the warm. It's weird when you dip your hot fries in a cold thing. I don't like that.
So you don't do the fries and Frosty at Wendy's?
No, not at all.
And I fries and Frosty.
Because you know why? Because they fry that shit and it's already frozen. So when you like, they get gummy. The fries get fucking gummy and weird, and I hate that.
Wendy's fries, baby.
The texture is. I'm a big texture guy. Can't do it.
I see.
That's why I can't do certain kind of gummy bears. It has to be like a Haribo gummy bear. Or however you say it. Haribo, because they have like a little
Karibo gummy bears.
They're little toothy. They're little toothy gummy bears. You gotta do a little toothy. You gotta eat them. You gotta You got crunch on them.
Sure,
crunch on them. I can't do the like knockoff ones where they just melt in your mouth. That's gross to me. I can't do it. It's like, I mean, it's one of those.
Yeah. How do you feel about Beefy Mac?
Beefy Mac. Oh, just like fucking Hamburger Helper, I guess.
No, just like blue box mac and cheese and ground beef.
I wouldn't do that necessarily. I put bacon in it. Bacon mac.
Like high school cafeteria beefy mac.
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
No, don't fuck with it, huh? Okay.
No.
Okay, well.
No, because I feel like I don't really fuck with blue box that much. I do have
Sure.
like an emergency blue box always on handy.
Okay, excuse me, you fancy motherfucker. How about the bunny brand organic? Excuse me,
No, no, no,
nicer
no, no,
mac
no.
and cheese.
No. I'm 100% blue box. If I'm
Homemade
having mac and cheese,
only.
no. If I'm having mac and cheese, let me state this very clearly. Let me state this very clearly. Once the noodles are done cooking and you strain it, butter and milk are going in that motherfucker. Then it's old
Oh, I
school
see,
blue
I
box
see,
mac
I
and
see.
cheese.
Oh, you mean you don't
We're
fuck with
not
mac and cheese
bougie.
that much?
I don't really fuck with mac
In
and cheese
general.
that much. Yeah, in
Oh,
general.
okay. I thought you were trying to say blue box. I could fucking never. Like,
No. That's the only thing I would fuck with. Have you
oh,
tried?
I see.
Have you tried the Velveeta? That fuck ass Velveeta mac and cheese.
Delicious.
Shit tastes like you dropped a fucking a large cup
Bro,
of salt in there.
I'm gonna say this right now with my whole chest. You know what brand of box mac goes the hardest?
I'm gonna be disappointed by this answer. Sure, go ahead.
The Cheetos mac is so
Fuck off,
fucking
actually.
good. No, fuck you, dude. It's so good. It's
The hot
so
Cheetos
fucking
mac? Are you
no,
saying the hot
no,
Cheetos
just
mac or
Cheetos
just
mac. Just Cheetos mac, bro.
uh
It's so
uh
fucking
I
good.
haven't
The
had it, so I
Velveeta
can't
mac,
really
by the
say.
way, goes hard.
All I've
Velveeta mac goes
seen
insane.
all I've seen is the bright red coloring of the hot Cheetos mac and cheese, and that shit
I'll tell you
is
what,
terrible
I
looking.
am known for my really common and good food takes.
Well, that is self-proclaimed, but okay, sure.
I am
I
known for being
not
a
gonna
very relatable food guy.
a relatable food guy. That's one way to put it. That's one way to
Uh-huh,
spin
uh-huh,
that.
uh-huh.
A spin matter and how
That's your boy.
I don't know
But
about that.
but yeah, like people don't really think about the regional difference of like English, of like how there's like these different like these areas.
Sure.
But other countries have the same shit. Like
Okay.
there's not just Japanese. There's Japanese from Tokyo, and there's like Japanese from Hokkaido, and there's Japanese from like up north.
And
You
there's
know
like
what I mean?
Japanese where they like mix English words in. It's like a
Well, that's everywhere.
it's kind of
That's
like
just
Spanglish, but like Japanese-ish.
that's they kind of do that everywhere. The loan words or whatever, they do that a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get like a whole classroom vibe going on right now, but they do that a little bit everywhere. But like in Japan, Goku and Chi-Chi, unrelated to the other cast of Dragon Ball Z, speak with like an affected hillbilly accent, like Japanese, like
And they're made to be that way. I like even stylistically in the show, they're made to
right. They're supposed to be like lower
look on.
class
Yeah.
farmer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like in America, we have like developed areas, like tech developed, like Silicon Valley type shit, and
Yeah.
then like rural Alabama.
Well, I'm not saying so. I
And they're
guess
like
what
that. They're like the rural
I'm
Alabama of Japan.
I'm not saying the show and the people in the show shouldn't have tech, or there shouldn't be like, oh,
Yeah.
you have like the poor people that don't have techie stuff or a cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the juxtaposition between like, so either in this show we're gonna have super fucking poor people, and we're gonna have like rich capsule people, or like we're gonna have nothing in between. And it's like, but these people are like driving in futuristic floating cars and shit.
Yeah,
I
they're on
just
like some Jetsons type shit.
Yeah. Or now they have hoverboards, because that's also in one of the new covers is
Yeah.
Goten and Trunks on
Yeah.
hoverboards. So like, I don't know. It's weird to me, right? Because like,
Sure.
in something like Transformers, the movie, it is set in the future where a lot of time has passed. So it is a futuristic setting. That's why there's like hoverboards and blah, blah, blah. But like in Dragon Ball Z, there's no reference of like, how far developed is the world? Because you go from like Dragon Ball, which is very much high, like in the beginning, kind of like reasonable. Then you're like, okay, now we have robots and stuff. I'm saying like in not
they had
like
capsules at the beginning.
like super beginning, like super beginning.
Yeah, very first episode. Yeah, first.
Well,
Yeah, because like
but not like capsules
Bulma
doing something crazy.
whole cars.
Well, that's fine, but like not floating car, like flying cars. We're not like flying. We're not flying through the air, speeding around. Like speeder bike.
Well,
I know in like the original it was like more like floating, but like kind of like speeders
no, yeah,
and
I guess their cars
Star
had
Wars.
wheels. Yeah, their cars had
So I
wheels.
don't know.
But
It's
there's
just
wheel
like pick
cars
a
in
lane.
Dragon Ball Z too. Z has wheel
Yeah,
cars.
but who's gonna fucking drive a wheel car and not a flying? You know what I mean? Like pick a fucking lane, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go into Skyrim and we're fucking like, oh, there's a dragon in the sky. Also, oh cool, look, the fucking air bike is flying around. People mages
Yeah,
flying around on fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
yeah,
pick a lane. Pick a lane.
yeah. They do have like old style Jeeps and like old style bikes and also dinosaurs.
So I'm like,
And then
okay,
randomly they'll have like future turbojets and
yeah.
shrinking. Yeah, right.
Or we're like flying in a fucking spacecraft going to the demon world. You know what I mean? Like, okay, guys,
Right.
pick a fucking lane. Pick a lane.
Yeah.
Please.
Well,
You know what I mean?
sure.
Because
I
like
hear ya.
the best, my favorite parts of the show is when we're on a planet that's not like, oh, Capsule City 4 is everyone's dead. Ah, you know, like Namek is cool because Namek is like, I get it. Ah, no one's fucking like Namek's. They're just a bunch of slugs chilling, trying to catch some sun. You know what I mean?
There's a bunch of slugs chilling. It's kind of true. Yeah, back before they were demons or whatever.
Yeah, now they've
Before the
been retconned
retcon.
into fucking demons.
Yeah, now they just have to go around from demon planet to demon planet,
Well, I guess
resettling or whatever.
a lot of people are saying it wasn't a retcon because they called Piccolo the Demon King back in the day. But I don't think they were calling him a Demon King because he was really the Demon King, just because he's different from everyone else. No,
you know what's crazy is that it was so he originally was a demon, and they retconned them to be aliens,
and then they retconned
the retcon to be everyone's a demon actually.
Okay, Riot. You know what I mean?
Might
okay,
remember,
Riot Games.
Yeah, truly. Because you might remember Piccolo was the only one that looked like that.
Yes.
And of his whole demon gang. And then when he would like spit up minions and shit, they were like pterodactyls.
Yeah.
Like Tambourine and those guys, or Drum, or whatever their fucking names were. Like they were literally like chunky like dinosaur guys, or like weird.
And why aren't we spitting up more? Why aren't we spitting up more pterodactyl guys now? Like surely his minions got powerful. Did he just lose the ability to do that? Do we just?
Well, that's part of the retcon out when they made them aliens instead of demons. They just forget that shit. And then they moved away from them being aliens and went back to demons, but they didn't ever reintroduce like spit up the pterodactyl guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just like didn't do that. You know what really drives me nuts? In Dragon Ball, there's like a way higher volume of like animal people, like Tiger Man and like the President's Birth as a dog.
Excuse me. Very furry coated.
Yeah. And then like as Z went on, they were like, they'll leave. It's just people now. Sorry, forget that.
Yeah, we'll leave the pig guy in and the turtle speaking guy, and we'll kind of just cut.
Yeah,
and the cat guy, we'll leave him up in the tower.
Corin, yeah. Well, Corin. But like in general, they like are really the percentage involvement of like animal humans like really fell off. You know,
and that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing for everybody. No,
it's like an identity shift that I don't think was wise, but it's like I don't know. It's like
for normal people.
You know what it reminds me of?
Okay,
that's hilarious. You know, it reminds me of like when cars in like the 50s through the 70s were like very like angular and specific and cool looking, and like as time went on, cars just became more and more shitty Honda sedan. Like it's all the same fucking car.
Yeah, but like sure, we lost the animal people, right? We lost animal people, but like we got Pinecone. Yeah, Pinecone, whatever his fucking name is. We got him. Pinecone, yeah, Pinecone.
The fake ass Piccolo. Yeah.
The fake ass Piccolo with for some reason Mr. Popo.
Pinecone, I'm crying. Bro. If every anime stopped doing those Mr. Popo lips, the Al Jolson lips immediately, the world would be a better place.
Yeah.
I cannot fuck with that at all, dude.
Not anymore. No. Not ever.
It's
question mark.
Never, bro. It's bad.
Very bad. Very bad.
I can't. I don't know No, that's not for the pod. I had to think. I had to think twice.
The alt F4 that opinion really quick.
Yeah, I was like processing, like, is this a thing I should say out loud? And then no, probably not. But like, yeah, they just need to, like, Japan needs to chill. You know what I mean? Because like,
Well, I mean, I'm sure back in the day people weren't really worried about it, and obviously things change. And it's like, should we continue doing this? Well, it's a character, so we're going to. I just don't have the character in
yeah.
anymore.
Did you?
It
I
was
don't know if you're familiar. Mr. Popo is very, and I don't say black like ethnically. I mean like coloristically. He is like,
black. Yeah.
yes. The like the value of his coloration is #000000. He is absent of color. He or
Yes, hex code 0. Yeah, I was gonna say
hex code zeros. He is literally the
literally
shade
black,
true black. In
with
one of the
red lips,
with true red, baby, and they are shaped like a peachy ring. I mean, my man is like,
they did
up.
in Daima. They did give him a set of horns to make him less offensive.
Oh,
I guess
that's weird.
And then the Kais are demons.
What?
The like supreme, like the little
they made
elf
the Kais demons.
Kais are demons from the demon realm.
That's very funny.
Yeah,
but like
because like, oh, it's good. Sorry.
Oh no, please.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, that's like the lore. Like the people they're with are like their race. Like their race are demons. And
weird.
Yeah,
that's very strange.
I guess that's not a retcon because we didn't really know what they were, but like surely.
No, it is because the Kais were a race at first. Like the Kais were their own shit.
Yeah, the Kai, whatever race the Kais are, like the one that the old guy who gave Gohan the power, like Gohan,
old Kai, Super Kai, Kibito in them,
all of those guys are from the demon realm. Yeah, I don't remember which one because there's 4 of them. There's 4. It's a caste system. There's 4 realms.
Oh, sure. They're
from like the highest one or whatever, and they escape. Of course. Just like I think that they're saying the Namekians are from the demon realm and they also escaped, and that's how they're retconning. Like,
and that's why they can make Dragon Balls because they're gods.
Yes. Yeah, because the reason why the demon realm has a set of Dragon Balls, imagine, because they have a dementia-ridden Namekian there, like the last Namekian there, who they're trying to, I guess, revert. I think the whole reason they're trying to steal the Earth Dragon Balls is to maybe reverse his age so he doesn't die and they lose their Dragon Balls. I don't really know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of interesting in a way, but also dumb as fuck. I like the alien aspect. I think cool. They have their own planet. That's a vibe. Whatever. That's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone's just a demon now.
Everyone's just a demon now.
You know,
it is what it is. But
Piccolo's just an orange slug now. I just don't.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Again, there's a lot of stuff I wish would have happened in Dragon Ball franchise. But
are you a fan of like the fan art angle, like all the fan art,
Super Saiyan 5, Super Saiyan 100, and all this shit?
No,
not at all.
Super Saiyan,
not at all. No,
Super Saiyan are actually powered up from the colors of fire. All these kind of.
I mean, not even, because now they have they have like green and also in purple.
Remember when that was
Ultra
like
Ego? Yeah.
Remember when that was like the whole thing of like actually, Super Saiyan actually goes with the colors of fire basically, and the hotter the fire, different color. That means they're putting out more energy. Like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because the God Key starts as kind of a fuchsia because it's the coldest fire, and then like as it gets hotter, blue fire is bigger, and it's like, man, if you don't miss me with this shit.
But Vegeta's now super ultra ego Saiyan 3 or something.
Well, ultra ego is a different thing. His purple shit. Yeah.
Well, because he's done Super Saiyan 3 now, but he has his own version of Super Saiyan 3 apparently. So that's like the new form, Vegeta's new form. It's like a shorter-haired Super Saiyan 3.
Oh, that's like the baby one from Daima, like the straight-up spiky hair 3.
Yeah.
No, that's diff. Ultra Ego is the one who has like long purple hair. That's
I know what Ultra Ego is. I'm just saying they gave him the new form. a Super Saiyan 3 that's not Super Saiyan 3. I'm like, guys, why are
Yeah,
we doing this? Like, why do we need this?
we did not.
We
Is the
did
answer
not.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. And I'll tell you
It's
what,
bad.
man. I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah, him.
There's a lot of space where they could have done some interesting shit. They could have done
Sure.
some, because like, let's be so for real, right? Let's be so for real. Dragon Ball Super. I mean, I'm not gonna use the crass name for it that has been popularized on the internet, but like, you know, there was some Toriyama favoritism, I guess is the nicer way to say it. That like, oh, we're in this universe tournament where universal powers are fighting each other against. It's like, oh, all the different universes have these super warriors of like they're mega strong, and Roshi can just keep up.
Well,
Power level
yeah.
100 Roshi, who no one gives a shit about, is just like, oh, I can fight on the same level as these guys.
Well, I
And
think they
it's
got like
like,
power ups, right? So like Krillin could be on the same level because they got
right,
like they're like,
yes,
oh fuck, what do we do? Why don't we just give him some roids real quick?
right.
You know, Whis was like, let's inject these guys with some TRT real quick and get them
Yeah.
pumping.
And it's like, oh, Frieza worked out for a month, so now he's the strongest guy ever.
Now we have
And now Black
Gold
Frieza is like the new
Frieza,
thing. Yeah,
and then Black Frieza.
yeah.
And
Like, oh, he worked out for a minute, and his potential is so high that his working out was like really, really, really effective. So now he's like super mega strong, because he worked out for a month. And it's like,
and then
man,
and I miss me with the he's a good guy now. No, actually he's a bad guy.
oh well,
he was just actually kidding, and now he's a good guy. But he's actually
agreed.
It's fucking boring, brother.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying, if we're like in that space where we're gonna give everyone handouts, like power ups of that nature, where it's like, who gives a shit? Let Chi-Chi be a fighter. She was at the World Martial Arts Tournament squaring up a Goku. You know what I mean? She throws hands.
True. I don't think Goku would allow it.
Of course he'd allow it.
Nah.
Of course he'd allow it.
He's like, you gotta take care of the kids. I gotta go die in the Universal Tournament. You gotta stay.
Psych. The whole premise of the relationship is as a joke is that he's like afraid of her because she's in charge.
It would be interesting seeing her get like some crazy power, some like interesting.
Yeah, like she already used Kaioken. I mean, granted, it was like in the non-canon Garlic Jr. blah 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 saga, but they already they fucked with it for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, just do it again, make it canon. Who gives a shit? Super Saiyan 4 wasn't canon either. So like, yeah, asterisk if it was, but it's a whole.
I mean, she's got a lot of Saiyan blood inside of her, so I'm sure.
We got blood, other things.
Well, but essence, life force, whatever.
True.
I mean, Fidel had a baby inside of her, and she was able to do like the little Saiyan ring thing. So I'm sure.
Yeah. And by the way,
she's had She's had two shot in her. So
she didn't do the Saiyan ring thing. She was pregnant at the time.
No, she was pregnant at the time, and she closed the
baby did
the ring. Well, the baby did it, but she was able to use the power was within inside of her womb.
No, the power was the baby.
The baby, but it was inside her. Like, yeah, but they weren't up in there holding the hands with the baby.
She couldn't do it without a baby.
I know, but like what I'm saying is Chi-Chi's had experience with Saiyans before. She's I'm sure some bedposts have been broken miraculously, right? Like, I'm sure
if the internet's to be believed, absolutely.
So what I'm saying is she's had the, Goku trains. She's been training. So she should have some intermittent power left in her, you know what I mean?
Bro, I mean, she trained Goten like during after the Cell games and stuff.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is,
why can't she fucking fly? Videl can fly.
Oh, fucking Videl being able to
Videl learned to fly quickly. Why is Chi-Chi not flying?
And if I'm remembering right, she can do Ki Blast too, right, Fidel? She can do like a little baby Ki Blast sometimes. But she doesn't even really get used anymore. Like, she's not really
don't recall if she ever did a Ki Blast or not. Maybe.
Because I thought that was her whole training to be able to fly, and then she maybe did a.
Oh, she's kind of like a little ball thing for a second, but she doesn't attack with it. It's
she doesn't do anything, but they're floating the idea that she could do this.
Yeah.
If anybody could do that, it would be Chi-Chi.
And then she cuts her hair and gets pregnant.
And Bulma's useless, so she's not really she's just the front. Bulma's literally the Bruce Wayne of the whole operation. That's all she's there
for. Without the Batman, just the Bruce Wayne part, But but you know what I mean? There's if we're gonna let everybody be really strong and it doesn't matter and who gives a shit, except Tien because, well, we're not going to talk about why because but like, Tien doesn't get to be powerful. So like JK, like, but everybody else, if Yamcha and Krillin, all these Krillin and Goku were just fighting, don't hold back, Goku. And then they fight and he's like holding back a little, but like, bro, he shouldn't even be about that.
Is Tien a problem? I don't know.
Tien's not a problem.
Oh.
But Japan's foreign policy is.
Oh, yeah. I like Tien as a character.
Yeah, I like Tien. He's fine.
Chaozu I always thought was an issue. Because isn't he just kind of like visually making fun of another close by kind of...
Correct.
Yeah. It's kind of like the same vein as Mr. Popo. I always thought I was like, oh, Chaozu, just take it off, bro. Just take it off, please.
And they didn't mean well when they made his special move. Goodbye, Tien. Like they were not.
No, they weren't.
That was not polite of them. But
that was not polite of them.
Yeah, that was a bit gauche. However,
yeah, no.
But like, if everybody gets to be strong, why not Chi-Chi? She has all the qualifications. Again, she squared up with Goku in the martial arts ring. Like, did she get washed? Yeah, but like, she coulda. She's a playable fighter in some of the games. Like, let her do some shit. She trained Goten. Let her do some shit.
You know what I miss? I miss old Dragon Ball Z in the sense of it always felt like, how Stranger Things, they split all the characters up and they're all doing their own thing. Like, you got the core cast doing like the Vecna stuff. You got some of the other kids doing like other kid shit, like entering Russian underground shit. You know what I mean? They got the cast split up. Now, I feel like Dragon Ball Z used to do that. You had the Saiyans fighting the big battle, then you have everyone else playing support, doing other stuff, getting everybody until they're like final boss battle and everyone's standing around cheering Goku on.
Cell games of just
standing there while the world's at stake. But like usually everyone's doing their own thing, or like Goku's dying of a heart attack, so everyone's kind of like pitching in, doing their own thing.
Yeah,
that's cool to me that you're using the cast and they're all not useless. What I get annoyed in anime is when everyone becomes useless except the one guy. That's where I kind of get annoyed and I check out. I check, like Full Metal Alchemist. I know you don't like Brotherhood, but like everyone was useful in a different way.
I know so little about Brotherhood because I couldn't really like tolerate much of it.
Sure.
So I'm missing a lot of information. I do know that. Here's what I know about Brotherhood.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're Nazis.
They're not good. Yeah. Well, they find out they're not good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Shambhala is like anime Jewish.
Yeah. Yeah, they did do some stuff.
And I'm pretty sure there's that really cool dad that makes a nice dog.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're not. So I guess the thing is they're not. Once everyone figures out what actually it was a cover up. Once everyone figures out what's actually happening, there's some shifts that happen. It's not like everyone's like, oh, we did some bad things earlier. Oh, LOL. I guess like we're gonna still fight for the
Oh,
we
they
figure
didn't
out.
I see.
There's like a revelation of like, oh, we're actually not the good guys, but we're going to the core characters that now know this knowledge are like fighting against that and fighting against like the opt named Fuhrer, like
sure,
okay,
right,
you know what I mean? He ends up being like an alien type thing anyway. But like, at least what I'm saying is you didn't have a core cast of characters and all of them become useless. Even Winry, who was not really even like a fighter, was useful and important because she helped with like his arm and leg or whatever.
She was
so
an auto mechanic or whatever.
So it's like she's even useful in that way. But like if you're not a Saiyan in Dragon Ball, you're useless now. It's like that level of like, okay, it doesn't matter anymore.
That's
annoying to me.
Until Orange Piccolo, baby.
Yeah, that's dumb though. Like do something not. Well, I guess I don't like Orange Piccolo because of how they animated that in that one movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, it's all bad.
Beast Gohan is dumb as fuck too.
Dog. I'm gonna say this. Everything that has ever been considered cool about Dragon Ball Super in any way is just shot for shot recycled bullshit from Z.
Yeah.
Beast Gohan is literally the Super Saiyan 2 fight against Cell, and he's even fighting fucking Cell.
Yeah.
Brother.
And Cell looks like fucking ass. Why did they...
It's ugly, stupid Cell.
It's dumb, stupid, zero stakes Cell. And I'm not even going to say the original fight had some major stakes. It was dumb as fuck anyway, with everyone like looking around and like having a picnic while this fight was going on. But what I'm saying, I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, we are.
Can we make some new bad guys? Can we make some new fucking bad guys? Brother.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Stop. Got to be more specific. I've learned this the hard way. Got to be more specific. Can I make some bad guys that don't look like fucking Muppets?
Can we make a bad guy that's not literally the same character as the main character?
Guy? With different clothes, guy that like punked Goku with the laser ring?
Yeah.
That dude with his fucking gonzo Muppet nose. He's like looks like a stupid blue ball. Yeah, can we make some new villains that aren't Muppet-looking motherfuckers? That's the criteria.
It's Sesame Street in Daima. It's fucking
Sesame fucking Street, brother.
Sesame Street in Daima, brother. I'm looking around. I'm looking around in the trash cans trying to find Fuckface, Cookie Monster. You know what I mean? like,
dude, Oscar the Grouch.
The Grouch, whatever. Like, fucking whatever, brother. They're all interchangeable. They're all interchangeable. Fuck them. You know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit, dude. It's the fucking Sesame Street. It's Sesame Street time and WoW. I mean, and WoW and fucking it's everywhere.
That reminds me so much. That reminds me so much of the time that Olivia, you know, double O underscore Olivia, you know Olivia.
Yeah.
Literally asked on stream, "Is Kermit a frog?"
Right. Close enough, you know what I mean?
So tight.
It's like, I don't know if they think they're really cooking on that shit. And I don't want it to turn into the Dragon Ball Z episode of the fucking podcast.
Of course not.
But like, I look at what they're doing and I'm like, who is this made for? Because it wasn't made for me, who was a person who grew up as a child watching Z. And it definitely wasn't made for the adults at the time that caught on to Z and really enjoyed it. Or even Ball and really enjoyed it. And like, every younger person I've talked to, younger being like 20s, lower end on the 20 scale, they're like, this is dumb as fuck. I don't even want to watch it.
Well, you know,
like, who are we making it for?
I tell you what, it's so fascinating, right? Because like I have openly talked before at length ad nauseum about how I find it frustrating when, like, if a franchise like wants to grow or whatever and like evolve a little bit, I think that's fine. But if a franchise loses its identity completely, I think that's really bad and stupid. So like, just to quickly, I'm not going to hyper dive into this, but just as like an example, right? Like Metroid started as like a slow-paced wander around, like environmental horror, sense of isolation.
Sure.
And then ended up at Metroid Dread, where she's like an invincible hyper god with 45 laser dashes and an invincible counter that kills everything and one-shots bosses. Like there's none of that horror remains at all.
Sure.
And like Resident Evil was a slow, static camera, ammo is rare, and then it became, you know, almost said Metroid again. It became like Resident Evil 3 remake, action game, dash button, dodge roll. You know what I mean? Like, you have an invincible counter, blah, 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 blah. Like, these games, like, transition out of what they were completely, and other than the visual aspect, they have nothing in common.
Yeah, like, Evangelion kind of did that a little bit, you know? It's like, it has the anime, or it has the manga.
Yeah. Right.
And then people originally thought, like, okay, the manga transitions to the anime, it's just a retelling of the manga. But slowly, certain things start changing slowly. And then you realize the transition from the original show to then the rebuild movies, it's not only just a new series or the same series, it's a continuation in the same universe of the story. Right. And it's like well thought out in the way it's like actually the way the world in that series works. It's not just, oh, the movies are just a retelling. It's like, oh, no, stuff is changing. And it starts in movie one very subtle. And then it becomes like, oh, this is like a whole shift. I wonder what's going on. And then you realize okay, this is what's happening, and it's like a big
Right.
aha moment.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm okay with shows doing that. I'm okay with IPs doing that. Like WoW wasn't an MMO. WoW, World of Warcraft or Warcraft was a fucking RTS game that
Yes.
turned into an MMO. So I'm fine with that. I like that
Sure.
actually. But there was the thing that Metroid did, the thing that WoW did, the thing that these IPs did, people
Yeah.
were hungry for in most cases.
Yeah.
And they might not have been hungry for it at the moment, but that's where the market was heading to, right? That's where the market was going.
Yes. Well,
And
of
so,
course. Yeah.
but like, I look at Daima and I'm like, the market didn't want this. Even people who are longtime Dragon Ball Z fans didn't want this.
Oh, well, no, sure. But like to like circle back to like
Right.
the even reason I say it in the first place is that like Z is that it is such a stark departure from Dragon Ball. It's like it's like a real identity shift of its own. And I've complained, I don't think there should be identity shifts. Question mark. Like I just kind of think that that's bad. Like if you want a different thing, if you want a different identity, make a new property. You know what I mean? Instead of making Resident Evil remakes to be action games instead of horror, maybe just make a new fucking game, Capcom. Like make an action game and call it a new thing, and instead of having Claire Redfield in it, have like, you know, Jane Doe who gives a fuck, and it's just action game with zombies.
You know, it's tough for me to
like
agree with that.
I can't stand that like change stuff. Like I mean I don't mind change, but I when it's like a whole identity shift completely, like unrecognizable other than like the characters here, like it's so frustrating. So like
you're not a fan of, let's say, a certain cheerleading movie that has like
you piece of shit.
a horror
you son of a bitch.
Horror movie spinoff. You wouldn't have to
really
like that
funny.
movie, yeah.
That's really funny. Cheer or Die was pretty funny.
Or their child IP spinoff Zombies.
Zombies was really good. I like Zombies a lot. But
Cheer or Die.
Like actually Zombies is like a really good example because like Zombies starts with zombies. And then spoiler alert, I guess, spoilers, here comes spoilers, like becomes werewolves and aliens real fucking fast.
Yeah, well, you kind of run out of material for zombies, right? Like zombies are when you end the movie with like, oh, we're friends now.
Right.
Like what are we doing?
Like so like there's like an obvious shift and growth. There's like an obvious like change, but the core of the movie isn't zombies. The core of the movie is that like identity is important and racial segregation is bad, and they keep that the whole time.
True.
You know what I mean? And like same with like Mario is another really good example. Like like spin-off games are a different, like Mario Golf, who gives a shit. But like when you think about like a mainline Mario games, right, exactly, Mario Strikers. If you but if you look at the Mario core games, like Mario Brothers 1.
Sure.
The identity of that game is platformer, get to the end of the stage.
Yeah.
And it kind of became platformer, collect the stars. So it's similar to getting to the end of the stage, but there's like multiple ends. But it's generally still a platformer at its core, and it's still like a whimsical, bright place of goofy music. And like sure, like now there's a cat suit or whatever, but like it's still a platformer. It hasn't really changed. It just evolved a bit.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I'm here for that. I think that's fine. Like going from Mario 64 to Mario Galaxy is basically the same game to me. That's like the controls are a little diff and it's in space, but it's pretty much the same game. So like I'm here for that. Okay. And even if it's like a genre shift that doesn't change anything, like Pokemon Red going to Pokemon Scarlet. Like Pokemon Red, yes, I hear you, is kind of a slower movement thing, but that's like a hardware limitation. And then it is a JRPG where you collect monsters in battle, and okay, now it's open world and runs like ass, but at least it's still a JRPG where you collect things in battle. It's basically the same game, but presented a little diff. Cool. I'm here for that. Sure.
Well, I mean, the original
Sure.
Pokemon game was open world to an extent. It just was an
Yes, I
open
agree.
world
I
2D
agree.
game.
I agree with you. And
People
I've made that
assume that
same.
open world means 3D. You can have an open world in any D
Yeah.
imaginable.
True. Agreed. And so, like, you know, I think that's a huge evolution that is still very franchise similar. And like again, I'm the guy that like I don't care for like mainline change from Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 3 remake. I think that is like egregious.
So
It's
you're
really
not a
bad.
fan. You're not a
So
fan of like going from the first three original Assassin's Creed games to full blown open world
right.
RPG-ified Assassin's Creed.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I find that frustrating. Like if we want to do that, I think that's like there's a spin-off for that, or like maybe there's like you know, there's like a new franchise you could make with a new IP. If there's a market for that, make it a new IP and just market it then.
What
You know
if
what I
it?
mean?
What if there's space within the IP to keep the reason why the game changed within the IP? So like a lore reason why the game is different.
Oh Lord.
For instance,
No,
for
but like
instance,
go ahead, go ahead.
for instance, like if Ubisoft was a better company, they could say that, oh, now you can play an open world Assassin's Creed game because the Animus was updated to a much better version of the past, and you can actually play the past in better fidelity, something like that. Where it's like it's explained in the lore, and it's not like some dumb like just because we wanted to, you know what I mean? Like I find that less egregious.
You know what the problem with that is for me?
Sure.
The lore is made up by some guy in a cubicle. They still just did it because they wanted to. You know what I mean? It's not like it didn't organically grow. It's not a creature. Some fucking guy in an office was like, we should change the genre. Quick, make up an excuse. Like, that's not diff. Like, some guy fucking wrote that. Like, fuck him. You know what I mean? He just fucking did that. That's not diff. Yeah, some guy just is fucking some guy. And that's, yuck. That guy could easily have, you know what? If we wanted that, again, it'd make it a spin-off game or whatever, but I think that the main line of a game should just keep being that. Like if you want to have like modern Assassin's Creed, like if you want to go from Assassin's Creed 1 to Assassin's Creed controversial one recently came out, don't know the name, Japan Japan,
not out yet.
Oh, it's not
Shadows
out yet.
Shadows is coming out, but it's not out yet.
Not out yet. Okay, cool. So like if you want to go from 1 to Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? If you want to go from 1 to Shadows, cool, that's fine. But like there should be an Assassin's Creed 10 that is the same as Assassin's Creed 1 but nicer, and then Shadows is like a spin-off.
Interesting.
Yeah. But if we go like, cuz like here's the thing, if we're going just like Final Fantasy is another really great example. Not to dunk on 14 at all, but like if we look at Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 16, that's not remotely. If you could call a Final Fantasy 16 literally any other thing and change nothing else, and it is not related. Period. That's it.
Sure. And I don't have, you and I play different games for the most part. Our similarities match up from time to time, but we don't have.
Yeah.
But like I'm thinking back of like, okay, what is one of the best like fan wise and just critically acclaimed Assassin's Creed games? Like going through the back of my head here,
probably
and like Black Flag is like touted as like the best. Like,
I thought Brotherhood was for a while. No,
Brotherhood like okay is good for like the trilogy, I guess. Right, but like what is one Assassin's Creed game everyone talks about is like, man, that was a good fucking game. Is like Black Flag, and that was the introduction of like the ships, more open world, but still kind of keeping the same vibe as like the original games. They added a lot of different stuff, and so I'm thinking back and going like, okay, so we have it, Black Flag. Does it make it? Should it not be a Assassin's Creed game because we're pirates now, in a different time period. And I guess it just depends. I guess where I'm at is it just depends on the IP. Because I feel like Assassin's Creed can do that. It's easier for them to do that because they're jumping through so many time periods. You're not going to play like a Mario game. It's like, we're playing Mario 100 years after, like, Mario's an old man now. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're not going to do that, right?
Well, no. Okay, let me be clear. I don't think that the transition to pirates is the problem.
No, you want the game to stay the same, essentially, as far as like how gameplay
in spirit, in essence, yeah,
in spirit,
right.
yeah.
Like going from like Suikoden 1 to Eiyuden Chronicles, the spiritual successor, or like going from like Mega Man 1 to Mighty Number 9. I mean, granted, Mighty Number 9 was kind of an ass game, but like, you know, on principle. Like,
I guess I struggle with that thought process only because like, if they would have done that, we never would have got a Black Flag. If Mega Man stayed the same, we would have never got a Battle Network, right? So it's like...
I don't think Mega Man Battle Network should be called Mega Man Battle Network.
Oh, you just think it should just be like a total different...
I think that should just be, you know, Battle Network. And instead of calling him Mega Man EXE, call him like Blue Guy or whatever. Like, it's just, if that game is good, then don't crutch it on Mega Man's name because it clearly has nothing to do with Mega Man. And if it's a bad game and it's only being sold on Mega Man's name, then like, fuck that game. You know what I mean? But if it's a good game, and I like Battle Network, to be clear.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about it.
Yeah. But like, I'm just like, just don't call it Mega Man then. Call it something else. Because like, it's clearly not, like, no one who grew up playing Mega Man is going to be like, oh, cool. I want this experience, but refined. Give me Battle Network.
Yeah, but you know what it does, though? It does the inverse, I think. Because I was a kid who didn't grow up on Mega Man games.
Yes.
Mega Man Battle Network, other than that one 3D Mega Man for, like, fucking PlayStation 1, was the only experience I ever had with Mega Man. So what it actually did was I played Battle Network. I played all the Battle Networks. I was like, this is really cool. I want to see the other game. Like, well, obviously, this guy has other games because it's always talked about. So I go back. And because I played Battle Network, sure, I didn't really enjoy the other games because it wasn't like Battle Network, obviously, because that's the first thing.
Correct.
And I just don't like side scrollers. Other people maybe played those games and went back and played the other Mega Man games. Right. But like, that was my entry into the IP, so to speak. And then I went back and tried the other games and they weren't for me. But without that, I would have never went back and tried the other games. So I guess it helps the IP. Right. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing all the time if something jumps to another genre. Because obviously the genres are a bit different. Mega Man side-scroller RPG.
Well, that's very different, yeah.
Very different. You know, obviously. Battle Network's more of like a card battler-esque thing with the chips and everything. Yeah. So
a real-time card battle, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm thinking out loud just... Because I don't think I agree with necessarily... Like, obviously, I'd be kind of annoyed if something I loved, like what you love with Metroid, and they're like, oh, we're going to make a Metroid FPS RPG. I'm like, huh? Why? That doesn't make sense. You're going to have levels, and you're going to have... And we're going to give her skill trees. You can beat Tank Samus if you want. You can beat Ball Samus if you want. That's another tree and everything. It'd be dumb. Or maybe you want that.
They did drop that. That did happen. That did happen, and it sucked. No. It was bad.
Well, okay. So we got there. So like, in that case, I understand. Obviously, you don't want something like that where it's just...
And again, spin-offs are fine. Metroid Pinball's tight.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Pinball goes crazy.
Sure.
I'm just talking about the mainline shit. You know what I mean? You know, like the mainline games should stay mainline games. Like, if Battle Network being like subtitled Battle Network as a spin-off franchise, I guess. But like,
I think it was. I mean, I don't think it was ever portrayed as like mainline.
It has its own like lore though, and it's its own like thing. And then they stopped making Mega Man.
I just think there was a period where side scrollers weren't really popular until like recently. They've kind of popped off again in the last 5, 10, 6-ish years. When did Hollow Knight 1 come out? Like, I feel like when the indie when the indie side scrollers started popping off, side scrollers started like popping heavy.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna say this fully judgmentally. Platformers are like such a huge indication to me of who is and isn't a gamer.
Enjoying them or disenjoying
Yeah,
them?
like if someone really likes platformers, I'm like, okay, you're a gamer. And if someone's like, if they can't stand platformers, I'm like, oh, okay, so you're like
What
a kid's birthday party, Fortnite. Got it. Okay, I see.
what's a platform? What are platformers? Like, are we saying like Ratchet and Clank? Is that a platformer?
Like, well, I guess I mean 2D platformers specifically, but
Oh,
like,
2D platformers
so like,
specifically.
yeah, like Super Metroid, Mega Man X, the Mario's, like the old Mario's. In like a modern sense, that'd be like, I guess like, well, not modern, but like the Game Boy Advance Castlevanias were like that, and then in like a really modern sense, like modern, I guess like Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, or what was that game where you play like an anthro rabbit, like Furtisan or something?
I'll fucking miss me with that. I will say I don't really like side scrollers that much, but the Metabots games are fucking kind of popped off. I did love me
Uh
some Metabots.
it was called Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch, and that
No.
game is fucking insane. It's so tight. But yeah, any of those, like, I don't know if was Astrobot 2D?
Astrobot's not 2D. That's 3D. That's just came out.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's what
That's
I
that.
thought.
Yeah, that's that PlayStation game.
Well, no, sure. Like, I'm sure it has like 3D models and stuff, but like, you don't play on like up, down, left, right. You play on like full walk around
No, it's
360.
like
Yeah.
360, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe I
There
like
might
quite
be a
like that.
couple parts of it that are like, you know how
Right.
It Takes Two is a 3D game, but it has parts where you're playing on a 2D
Yes.
field or whatever.
Right.
Maybe Astrobot has that. Um,
Oh, okay. But yeah, like if I see someone that like is into like those like 2D platform type games, I'm like, okay, so you're like a fucking gamer for real. Like you
so
fuck with it.
you're hitting me with some mega shade then. You're like, he's not really a gamer.
I mean, maybe not really a gamer, but maybe just like more like,
But here's the thing, I
what word
also
do I want
don't
to
need
use? I don't
graphic.
know.
I don't need I like General's Command and Conquer. I like Warcraft
Sure.
1 and
No, of
2. You know what I
course.
mean? Like I don't need I am not a like going back to the original conversation of Final Fantasy. I
Right.
don't need the game to look amazing. A lot of
Right.
people will just the conversation ends at it just looks bad. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, okay, well, a lot of games look bad. That's not really like an argument that I want to like hear when we're talking
Yes.
about games. Like
Yeah,
I
when
have
people say like I couldn't play that,
grievances.
it's 2D. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
goofy.
I
Yeah,
don't
for
have
sure.
issues with the graphics. I mainly with a game, I have issues with the mechanics of it. Like Starfield, I wanted to love Starfield. I still kind of do have a soft spot for it. But goddamn, if I can't get through anything without loading 17 times, fucking
I
Bethesda, please.
I actually wanted to like Starfield, to be clear.
You know what I mean?
Like as a not Starfield liker, I wanted to like Starfield really bad. I tried. I give it my best shot.
Anything in 2025 where I have to load 17 fucking billion times just miss me so far
Yeah.
with that bullshit.
Yeah. Agreed.
Miss me. Like if the next Fallout game comes out 30 years from now and I have to load between every fucking place, somebody at Bethesda needs to be fired.
That's really funny.
You know what I mean? Let's be for real.
God, imagine you're playing Fallout 4 and every time you leave a base camp, you had to load into the rest of the world, and every time you walk into like Nuka World, you had to load into it like an instance, and
Oh,
yeah,
miss me.
that'd be so
Are
gross.
you like a fan of Ratchet and Clank? Ever played a Ratchet and Clank game?
Never played Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, I was a Nintendo guy until really late in like the life cycle of the PlayStation 2, and at that point I just missed it all.
So I'm a
But they look
long
good.
time fan of Ratchet and Clank. I'm a
They
Ratchet
look
and
good.
Clanker. When I got my first PlayStation 2, when I got PlayStation 2 for Christmas,
Uh-huh.
Ratchet and Clank was the flagship product I had on that thing for the first like 3 months I had it.
Sure.
And what I'm getting at is it's really cool what they did. It doesn't really have anything to do with our conversation. But recently they did
Sure.
the Rift in Time, right?
Yeah.
It has something to do with loading screens. And so basically how they actually expertly hid loading screens in Rift Apart. I mean, you jump through these rifts that are like actual portals into like Portal 1 or 2. You're walking into a portal into another chunk of a different world. Like, you know how, like, I guess you don't, Ratchet and Clank has different planets you travel to usually. You're like traveling different planets,
Well,
and
like Kirby
instead
64
of
type beat, like Pop
sure,
Star and
so
Shiver Star and all them.
yeah, so instead of going through a load screen every time, you pop up one of these rifts. And I don't know how the tech works, but you have to have a really good, like SSD to run it, obviously. But it's seamless loading. You jump into the rift, and it does this, like, I'm sure it's quick loading through this little cinematic it does. It's like a 5-second cinematic, and you're popping into the new area.
Right.
And
Metroid Prime did that on the
it's
GameCube.
doing this shit in like real time, which is really interesting too. And so I'm just saying, if a game can do that, Bethesda, what are we doing?
Yeah, Metroid Prime did that on
boys?
the GameCube, where like anytime you had to take like a teleporter to a different area, it would like start like a little cutscene of like Samus on the elevator, and that was the loading screen, was just like down like the elevator tube.
Sure. I don't know if you see me playing WoW recently. They have these like mini dungeons called delves, and that's seamless. It's using seamless loading tech as well. And you like walk through this like gray gate that signifies that it's a delve, and you instantly load into the delve. It's like no load screen. You just walk into it seamlessly, and that's pretty cool.
That is pretty good. I do like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and then also
that kind of comes back. Oh, go ahead. No, please go.
Because like you were there when I was leveling too, so you were kind of like in and out when I was like playing through the campaign and stuff. And so in the main city, there's a tube that goes down into another zone, which is like the underground zones. And when you fly down this tube, that flying down is putting you into a kind of like a holding instance, and it's loading in the zone as you're flying through it.
Cute.
So it's like you're still controlling the character, you're still flying how you would fly, but it's like loading you in instantly to this new zone where like you never see a load screen. You're in the game. I can be talking to people, doing whatever I want, and I'm seamlessly loading in. And I think that's like the coolest thing ever.
That is really tight. I like that a lot.
Yeah. And just like not having to, again, like taking you out of a game sucks. Like if I'm invested in something in like Final Fantasy, and I'm like, I have to go to point A to point B, but to do that, it's like 17 loading screens. Brother, put a gun to my head in Fortnite.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah.
100%. And actually, speaking of modern games, well, modern-ish, there's I hear you're picking up a new title. That's exciting.
Am I picking up a new title?
I hear you're a Snorlax main in Pokemon Unite.
I joked about it. I could fire up the Switch. I do have a second dock that I could load up on my. I want to be able to play it on my desk. Yeah, I want to be able to play it on my desk. I don't want to lay down because I want to be able to hang out with the homies and play. Right?
Surely you have a capture card.
I don't have a capture card actually.
Really?
Nope, I don't.
Well, I mean, you can always like HDMI cable from the dock to the monitor and turn the monitor off and just like use it as a TV.
Oh, you're thinking you want me to like stream it?
No. I'm saying if you want to play it at your desk.
Oh, no. Yeah, I have a second dock specifically to plug it into my second monitor my main monitor. And
right.
Yeah. Switching to like from DVI to like HDMI or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. My thing with MOBAs, I enjoy it for a little bit. And then, like, I don't know, I guess we'd be playing against kids and then just ruining their day, so it'd be fine. But, like, it gets to a point where it becomes sweaty like League of Legends, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like Smite 2 trying to climb the ladder.
Sure.
Because, like, that's time consuming. I don't know. How long are the games? I might be interested.
So the games can't end. Like, you know, in League, when you kill a Nexus, game's over?
Sure.
Not how Unite works. It is 100% on a timer, and every game is, the quick plays are 5 and the normal games are 10.
Well, that's not bad. You're kind of winning me over with this for sure. I don't even know if Snorlax is in the game. I just kind of threw out it.
Snorlax is in the game. And they just got a brand new mega skin where they're like an astronaut.
Oh. How's the monetization? Because I did
awful, egregious.
I did peek.
Horrific.
I was gonna say I did peek into the stream one night and you
Yeah.
were definitely not happy about the monetization. I'm not putting any money into this game.
Sure. Well, me either.
So if me not putting money into the game means I'm gonna get shit on by like kids with mom's credit card, I might like throw my goddamn Switch out of the window. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure. And I'll tell you what, the monetization in Unite is, and I mean this so scathingly, in every way scathing, is every bit as bad as like Raid Shadow Legends. The only thing that they don't do is pop up like the thing every time you go to the home menu, like, give us $10 for this bundle. Everything else is Raid Shadow Legends bad. For sure.
Do you know if anybody emulates the game? Does it run well on an emulator or no? Not really.
I know people do that. I don't know if it runs well. I am uncertain.
Because my thing is just
having thinking about spoofing some credit cards, huh?
No, not at all. Just not having to have my
thing.
Switch. Not having to have a Switch out. Like, I don't even know if my Switch will charge.
You have to think that isn't criminal behavior. You're so right.
No, not criminal. Just, I'm sure it's against their TOS to be running it off of anything other than accepted hardware, I imagine. Like, obviously, they don't want you emulating it on PC, or it would just be on PC.
I don't think they cared too much because a phone is accepted hardware, and an emulator for a phone is just a phone on your desktop. So
I mean, I guess I could play it on my phone, but that's just fucking annoying.
It is bad.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, the menus load a lot nicer on the phone.
Oh wow, really? The Switch is just not it.
No. The gameplay on the Switch is completely flawless, but the menus are just really badly optimized. They're made for the phone tech, not the Switch tech. Like it's a mobile game that has a Switch port. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I don't want to be
not a
hater.
Switch game with a mobile port.
Like I don't want to hate it and be like, fuck this game. But it sounds like it's a fuck this game situation.
The gameplay is fire. The game style is fire.
Sure.
Monetization is truly awful. Really, really agreed. Everything is really expensive for no reason. And like to give you an huh?
Because it's Pokemon. Yeah. It's just is expensive because it's Pokemon.
I suppose. I don't know enough about the other Pokemon mobile games to have a frame of reference, but maybe Go is like that, yeah.
I would imagine it's made to make money, right? It's not a mobile game because it's
well, you're not wrong.
It's not a mobile game because it's made for the player.
Fucking true. Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
You know what I
mean? But yeah, it is like I'll give you an example of like an event that just started. There is a special outfit. I'll back up. I'm getting ahead of myself. New Unite event just dropped, okay? If you open these like Icy Pop treasure bags, the Icy Pop treasure bags will give you like prize items.
So like a Hex Tech chest or something?
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you earn the Hex Tech chests. 1 for playing a game, any game, participating in a match.
Okay.
1 for participating in 3 matches.
Okay.
3 for participating in 6 matches.
Sure.
1 for logging in every day during the event. And then there is a special prize at the end of the 3-week event, or 16-day event, or whatever it is. If you open 100 boxes, you get a special outfit. Okay? As like a guaranteed thing. So here's a fun thing. To get 100 Icy Pops, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, well, if you get a total of 5 from participating in games and then 1 login one for 18 days, that's not 100. So where's the rest of the Icy Pops, right? Every other Icy Pop is a reward for making real money purchases. So it's like a kickback event where if you start swiping your card, they give you bonus Icy Pops. or whatever. And it's like not a small amount of money. It's like Icy Pop rewards at like $1, $5, $10, $50, $100. It's like bad. They're like, please give us money. You know what I mean? Like, it's all very heavily geared to the idea of money now, please. Money me now, a lot money now. And that's very tough. So it can be a bit, I want to say, not like illegal or immoral, but just like really shit, you know? Just bad. It's just not good.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to fact check something real quick. I'm going to do this.
No, please. Yeah, fact check away, brother.
Yeah, sorry, I had to look at something real quick. Yeah, so it just seems like
good game, terrible monetization.
Yeah, what's up with that? I mean, I guess who's the creator? Is it NetEase or somebody? If it's NetEase, I get it.
You know I think
if
it's in-house.
NetEase, that's just
I think it's in-house. It's Pokemon Company International. Pretty sure.
Pokemon Unite. Oh, yeah. Developer TIMI Studio Group.
Who?
Pokemon Company? No. TIMI Studio Group.
Oh, is it a teamy game? I know Tencent has some involvement in it.
Fuck. Well, of course Tencent would, because obviously if it's Tencent or NetEase, it'd be hyper monetized.
Yeah. And again, I'll tell you what.
Hit me.
Those like Icy Pops though, that for that event, you get that outfit at 100 of them, or there was a 0.046% or 0.042% chance of getting the outfit. Guess who got the outfit on their first Icy Pop, baby?
Hell
fucking yeah, nailed it. I am the main character.
Just like how I got my Chibi Yasuo on TFT in one pool.
Yes.
It was very... Not only Chibi Yasuo, Spirit Blossoms Chibi Yasuo, which is my favorite skin group.
That's fucking tight. Great job.
No, it's fucking wild for sure.
That's pretty fucking good. Yeah, we just kind of be too lucky with it sometimes, huh? We are we are the lucky ones in many ways.
You know, yeah, true. Well, I'm not usually lucky in anything. My luck is actually usually abysmal, if you can imagine.
What do you mean?
I usually don't have good luck.
No.
My luck is bad in games.
No.
I've had multiple seasons in WoW where I just haven't gotten things I needed in a time period in which I needed them. My hunter, notoriously, I'll play other characters that just get drops, but my hunter is cursed.
That's tough. That is a toughie. I'll tell you what, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for this, but like, you know, taking it back to the idea of like where we even like started in this, like on this road. Like when new games do old game shit, I really like that a lot. Like I kind of hold like a golden standard of like 3D exploration games in my head as like Banjo-Kazooie 1. Okay. or like Donkey Kong 64.
Sure.
I think those are kind of like, that's the bar. Like if you want to make like a 3D adventure platformer or whatever, that is the bar.
Well, even if you go back to like survival games, a lot of them have very close ties to like the old school open world, not survival, but platformer, like you said, of the old days. There's essence of those sprinkled into these survival games these days.
Yeah. And like
you're like the grandparents of these genres would be the original like Banjo-Kazooie.
Sure.
Did you? We joked about this on the podcast a couple weeks ago. Gex is actually getting a remake.
Stop.
Not a remake, a re-release.
Oh, like a port?
Not a port, like a not
Like a
What's the one
remaster?
where they just make it look good, but it's not like a totally new game? It's
Oh,
like
like
they're
an
just
HD
making it.
version or whatever.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
one
yeah.
of those.
You know, I worry sometimes about those because like Metroid Prime got a remaster on the Switch, and the Switch can't do the same lighting engine as the GameCube, so they like fucked up
Yeah.
the lighting engine.
Well, yeah, that'll happen, I
And I
guess.
wonder if I worry a little bit about Gex for that. But like, I'll tell you what, if we get Gex on the Switch, I will fucking cry. I'll be so happy.
I think it's coming out on Steam, I want to say. I thought I saw
Even
something for
better.
Steam. Yeah, like
Even better.
I'm happy that games like that are getting like I understand we're probably not going to get a Gex 4, like we're probably not going to get a new Gex game. Gex remastered, redone, probably not happening. Gex the new age, probably not going to happen, right? But like just to get the IP back in circulation, like those games are good games.
Dog. Gex Enter the Gecko
good
is
games.
fire.
Yeah, there's some good fucking games. I wouldn't even mind. Hear me out. The old Bomberman games.
I really like Bomberman.
The GameCube game specifically is one I played a lot of.
Bomberman Generation.
Something.
The one with the animal pals, where like you have the little fire right next to you and it makes your ball fire. Yeah. I talk about that game all the time, dude.
Fucking good.
Yes.
Like there's just these gems that, because of how the gaming industry works, they're just dead to the world. No, like if they don't remaster them, no one's ever gonna know about them.
Yeah.
If we don't talk about them, like people like us aren't streaming and talking about them, then like no one's ever gonna know about them. Like,
agreed.
Other than the people who played them. But
and it's weird. It's weird too. What kind of like games? I don't know if we've talked about this directly. I think you and I have talked about it privately. Not on this podcast or maybe not even on stream necessarily, but like sometimes games will try to be spiritual successors to old games, and just for whatever reason, like as an industry thing maybe, or like I don't know, like motherfuckers don't know how to make a goddamn game anymore.
Or they're just trying too hard to make what they think everyone wants, and really we just wanted something comparable to like the old school.
Like Mighty Number 9 was supposed to be like Keiji Inafune's like Kickstarter game, spiritual successor to Mega Man, One More Last Hurrah, whatever. That game fucking sucks. Mighty Number 9 is bad, and I like Mega Man a lot.
There was also the team that brought us like StarCraft, they broke off and started their own company, and it's kind of like being seeded by the old CEO from Blizzard. He started his own company back when money was flowing and they were just investing in a lot of these
old Blizzard CEO
devs. Old Blizzard CEO Mike Morheim, he started
parentheses we like that guy, or parentheses like old
he's a good
CEO?
guy, yeah.
Oh,
good
okay,
guy.
Cool.
Yeah. He was like the one last person who was like fighting for Bobby to like get the fuck out of here, right?
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. We like that guy. Go on.
Like stop fucking with our stuff, just let us do our thing.
Yeah.
And notoriously reported on by Jason Schreier, one of the reasons he left, he was just tired, just like Jeff Kaplan, just tired of fighting with Bobby, so they just left. Didn't leave at the same time, but same kind of reason. But he started his own indie like investment group to help like indie developers. And Stormgate, have you heard of Stormgate? It's early access. It's like the spiritual successor to what like would have been a new StarCraft game. RTS. Yes, that's it's been flagged as the team from StarCraft giving you the new thing. You covered your mouth. For audio listeners, he covered his mouth like he was going to be sick because they fucked up completely.
No, you asked me if I knew Stormgate, and I just realized I'm terminally online, and I thought of a different thing first, and I was like, he can't mean that, and then you didn't mean that, which is good.
No, I didn't mean that.
No, I'm just a terminally online guy, and I think of other. I thought you. Well, this is silly. I used to be a bit of a debate lord back in the day, and I would debate with people about things. And there was a group of individuals that I had dunked on a number of times. I don't know if you're familiar. There is an online community called Stormfront. And
No, I don't
Stormfront
know.
is very different than Stormgate, it would sound.
Stormgate, yes. Free
Yeah.
to play RTS
Yeah.
game on Steam, indie
Right.
developers from a certain Blizzard team that no longer exists because they don't like RTS games because they don't sell copies.
Yeah.
So exactly what you're talking about, how people who try to make spiritual successors to things fucking suck at it. It is free to play, mixed reviews on Steam. Got roasted for a lot of bad. I don't know the exact reasoning behind all the changes they did, but it notoriously just not liked by the community in general, and that's why, of course, it's free to play right now because it just didn't do well.
That's tough.
But yeah, spiritual successors. It's like you would think it's not hard to just copy a formula when it's right there in front of you and make it like at least make a copy of the game and put a 2 or 3 on it and people would be happy. But when you go and fuck
it's kind of like Ukulele was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie.
Sure.
But instead of like a bear and a bird, it's like an iguana and something, or like a chameleon and a duck. I forget what it was. But like Ukulele was not good. And I just said a minute ago, I hold Banjo-Kazooie as like the golden standard still, like 25 years later, 28 years later, or however long it's been. No, it was 98, so 27 years or something. That's my golden standard 3D platformer. Like when I play a game that is a modern game that has like overworld collectibles like Genshin Impact and Infinity Nikki, I constantly refer to them as Banjo-Kazooie-like games. Because it reminds me of picking up like, the Jinjos and the music notes and then the little jiggy pieces. It feels the same to me. Or like same with like Mario coins and like Mario stars. Feels very same.
You know what? I have to say something. I notoriously I did the subathon this week.
Yeah.
Past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I played a little game called Infinity Nikki.
Yeah. Good game, no?
I went into it joking that I was going to delete it right after I was done.
Yeah.
Unironically, not my cup of tea stylistically. It's a fun ass game.
Yeah, it's really good. It's Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, it's good in a way there. It's like you don't even need, people would go into that game if you're not nuanced in gaming. If you're not a nuancer,
we are nuancers.
This game has no this game has no content, no combat. This game sucks. Unironically, fun combat.
Yeah.
For the little combat there's in the game.
Oh, and the combat gets crazy later, to be clear.
Combat. I like the idea. As a kid who grew up watching Sailor Moon on Toonami.
Sure.
It has that if you slapped Sailor Moon instead of Infinity Nikki, but it was Sailor Moon, Save the Moon Princess or some shit.
Oh,
I would be like, this is a great Sailor Moon game. And it's Infinity Nikki, it's a great Sailor Moon game. Transitioning to the different like the different fucking, you have the outfit where you pet animals, you have the outfit where you pick herbs and stuff. I think it's just a funny concept.
Yeah.
I think being like the heart weaver, whatever, dumb as fuck. Everything else is like dumb, but like the concept of changing forms, and it's really just putting on a different dress, and you do like the dresses and the things dictate what you do in combat is like interesting to me, and I don't know why people haven't done that. Like people didn't jump on that sooner.
Yeah, the only times I've ever seen like your suit changes your powers, unironically, is like, I mean, Metroid has like the gravity suit or whatever, but that's clearly not what we're talking about. In terms of like that drastic, you're a different character with different abilities when you're wearing a different suit like that.
Yeah,
it's what like Mario 3 with the frog and hammer suits, and
the only thing
like
I can
Final
think
Fantasy
of,
X-2,
or like it just calls back to Kirby kind of for me. It's like, oh,
Sure.
you know,
The different hats.
obviously she's not putting anything in her mouth, but it's like she's changing outfits.
Okay.
She's not.
Well,
She's changing outfits and she's doing a different power. I think it's neat. I think it's something that's not actually looked
yeah.
at in gaming too much. That mechanic.
Yeah.
And I can't say anything for the story. The story fucking sleeper dumb. Like I don't get into the girly gitsy thing. I will say, however, my trigger the Genshin players in the room. I do apologize. If you could kill Paimon and put that little cute ass cat, Momo, if we could put Momo and Genshin, if anybody, mod creators out there, if you could make me a Momo mod for Genshin, I would play it. I would play it more.
That's really funny.
Give me a Momo mod with text to speech AI voice, and it's just Momo's in AI voice saying all of, and it doesn't even have to be a model. You don't have to import the model. Just give me like a plank version of Momo in just floating. It doesn't have to be animated in place of a Paimon, and I'd be happy. Paimon is such a turnoff for me for Genshin.
Sure.
She's fucking annoying.
Too squeaky?
Just, every time she talks, I want to fucking hit my head against the wall. Too squeaky, doesn't really fit. I know she's like supposed to be the comedic relief or whatever, or like the hee hee ha ha. I just fucking can't. You know what I mean? It's like original voice actor for the shape thing in Destiny, the little robot that you know what I mean? It's like original robot voice for Destiny. It's like, fuck off, please.
Yeah.
Anything that has a little character that follows you in their fucking high-pitched, annoying voice, I just like fucking kill me in Fortnite. However,
so you didn't
if
like
it's Momo,
Navi in Ocarina of Time?
No. Oh, I didn't play Ocarina of Time, but I probably wouldn't enjoy it, no.
Oh, man. I fuck with Navi so hard.
Tinkerbell annoys me. You know what I mean? And I don't even play. Yeah, but she's like, again, that annoying companion little fucking fairy flying around you trying to whisper in your ear. That's kind of like Paimon. It's like, Paimon, I don't need you to express the feeling, because like obviously the main character doesn't really express feeling because he doesn't really talk, right? Most of the time. Like I know there are some voice acted scenes in Genshin, but there's not. It's never like, at least when I played Genshin back in the release, the main character didn't speak very much. It was Paimon was kind of like your Paimon was speaking for you and like
you talk a lot
going.
in like you talk a lot as the traveler in text, and you almost never talk out loud.
Sure. So like Paimon's that thing, and I just hate that thing. You know? Like when I was playing Genshin, I would play with the sound very low because I didn't want to hear her voice constantly chirping at me.
Oh yeah, you can just turn
sense.
just turn the voices off. The music in Genshin goes hard.
The music in Genshin does go hard, but I also want the voices. I just don't want her. It's like when that one character in the show ruins the show for you. It's kind of like that for me with that. Sometimes games just have that one character where you're like, you're fucking ruining this for me. And I don't hate Genshin. I've played Genshin. I enjoy Genshin. I don't enjoy gachas, but I've said that multiple times.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. However, I just, this character specifically, Momo was done correctly. That's how I want a main character, or a side main character to be.
Nikki does
annoying.
most of the talking, for sure.
Yeah. She's like a real character. Not saying the Traveler isn't, but the Traveler's not technically...
You would be right.
There's no reason he
though.
shouldn't be voice acted.
You would be right. Well, yeah, you would be right to say the Traveler doesn't.
Because if the Traveler was voice acted and was a real character, you wouldn't need Paimon, essentially. Yeah.
No, I hear you for sure. That actually is a really reasonable criticism of Genshin's structure that I agree with. Like the Traveler should just fucking talk.
Yeah,
I don't know why they don't
not
do that.
You're paying one. You could literally fire Paimon's voice actor and just have the Traveler talk. Honestly, if anything, Paimon shouldn't have voice acted parts, and the Traveler should be voice acted.
To be clear, the Travelers do have a voice actor for each gender. Like there are voice actors, and they show up,
but it's very few and far between. I do know the Traveler does speak sometimes in cutscenes, right? But not.
You know what's crazy? You're gonna lose your mind. In the profile of every character, there is a compendium of all their like they're like in battle voice lines and overworld voice lines and stuff,
Sure.
and also a compendium of like fun little tidbit lines like
Yeah, you
about
showed me.
yeah. The Traveler has more than anyone, and they are all fully voice acted.
Well, sure. I'm not saying that, but
In
I'm
the
saying
menu.
like
You can just go listen to the Traveler yap for like
cutscenes, like in the
97 hours
story.
straight. Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean?
I no,
Yeah.
no, sure. I'm saying it's just so goofy. They were like, well, we don't want them voiced in the
Yeah.
story, but then they yap the fuck out of you in the menu. Like,
Yeah.
bro, why not just let them talk?
Or like characters
Yeah.
that like chirp at me during combat. Like I even hate this in WoW sometimes. Like if I'm doing something, like especially in Classic, where like mana is a big thing because it's like really like an old school kind of MMO style for Classic. It's like, I'm out of mana. I'm out of mana. I can't hit that. Fuck off. Stop telling me that. I know
Oh.
you're out of mana. I just want to hit the button. I'm
Oh my
slamming the
god.
button so when I do have mana, it fires. Stop telling me you don't have mana.
Oh fuck. Was it
Stop telling me you can't reach something. Fuck. Like just you know
was
what I
it
mean?
Diablo 3 or Torchlight 2 where you like try to use your moves with no mana, or like when they're on cooldown and your character's like, when I'm ready and not before.
Oh, well, that sounds like Torchlight. That doesn't sound like
Yeah, I think it was Torchlight. That shit was
that could be
so
Diablo 2 though, as well. Not Diablo
uh
2, but like Diablo
also.
TOO. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When I'm
Yeah, I just
ready and
hate
not before. When I'm ready
like
and not before. It's like
like
burned into my brain.
I get it. Some gamers need that, but I'm just like, brother, I'm spamming it on purpose. I'm doing this because I want to speed this up. You know what I mean? I want to get out of
Yeah.
here.
I
Well,
like it
not
when
get
they
out of
chirp.
here, but I just want to like fucking blast.
I like the little chirpers. I like it when you're like walking around with Mordekaiser in League, like old Mordekaiser when he was still Mordekaiser, not the hollow shell of a piece of shit he is now, but like old Mordekaiser. I like it when you were walking around with him and he'd be like, "You only need to click once, fool." Like that shit was
Oh,
tight.
well, isn't like
Yeah,
old school League? They were kind of just talking shit to you. Like they would kind of just
yeah,
talk shit to the player. Like that was
yes.
kind of like it wasn't even they were trying to tell you not to do it. It was just like it was. Was it a meta thing? Was it a like a lore thing that they
Oh yeah,
knew?
yeah. It was yeah. It was a lore thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it was
so
kind of lore, kind of meta, kind of like in between.
yeah. So in old League of Legends, the lore of the game was that disputes between these like okay, so there was this thing called the Institute of War, right?
Sure.
And they captured all the playable characters in League of Legends and were like controlling them like puppets to force them to fight on the fields of
Yes.
justice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
So like Nocturne was like some insane, horrible nightmare creature they just like captured, and like Mordekaiser
Yeah.
was captured. Right. And
Yeah.
like, so they were like, when you play the game, you are a summoner, and a summoner is a member of the Institute of War who controls the champion, literally.
Yeah.
So like, uh, when you see in like the Riot, like good luck summoners, you know, in like the spotlights and shit, like that's like a holdover of that kind of era. But yeah, a lot of the characters, their like dialogue line is like in reference to speaking to you, the player, as a summoner that they are a bit resentful of.
Now, let me ask you
Yeah.
this, because we've talked about the opposite of what I'm about to bring up, but are there any, because you know, Riot's notorious for retcons and whatnot
Yep.
and changing things up. Are
Right?
there any retcons you find good? Like it's good that they did this?
In League
Not
or just at
not
all?
not in League in general, but just like in game or in any IP that you are a fan of. Are there any retcons where you're like, okay, that was probably better that they did that?
Retcons specifically, huh?
Well, I guess
Uh,
retcons being the blanket like lore
like a thing
story,
was and is different now.
what a thing was, and we changed it now, and it is now within. You know, it's not just like a fan thing, but like an actual lore thing. Hmm.
Is there a single instance of a retcon that I think is good?
Doesn't have to be a single instance. Is there a retcon in any IP that you enjoy where you're like, okay, that retcon was kind of needed?
I am thinking about it. audio listeners, I am racking my brain. Uh, audio listeners, I'm openly like struggling to think of a single example of a retcon that I enjoy at all, or think was
Well,
needed or helpful in any way.
I just think about it because like we've talked at length. I don't know if it's on podcast or not, but we've talked about how retcons are kind of shitty in the sense of like League of Legends specifically. And we always talk about like in different IP where it's like they forget the Samus suit here and then they kind of try to retcon it in some, oh, she lost it or she's just not using it, whatever. That just doesn't make sense. But like, is there one instance where like a retcon was like, okay, that was kind of needed? Or it worked out in the end and that was okay?
Without a lot more time to think,
sure,
and I'm not even sure I could. I think I maybe couldn't even come up with one, but currently right now, no, I don't think there's a single instance of any retcon of any kind where I've ever been like, oh, good. Ever. I'm pretty sure. I'm like really struggling to think of a single one, because like I find that in general, most of the time when retcons happen, it is because a series is like, I don't know how to articulate this point. It's like most of the time when a retcon happens, it's because the writing from a long time ago needs to be updated for some reason. Like most things don't get retconned the next day.
No, surely not. It's
like a
usually
retcon
because
is like way down the line, and
it's usually because they want to continue the, like if Pokemon was like, there's only, you know, there's nothing after Johto
with a T.
Johto?
Yeah.
So if there's nothing after Johto, and then they're like, oh shit, actually we need to add some more. Actually, no, we just didn't know there was, you know, the old World of Warcraft. There was a fog and we found like a new place. You know?
True.
I'm not saying Pokemon did that, but
if
like,
that counts as a retcon, then yeah, maybe.
I think that's a retcon. I think when you go and say there are these lands, and then you mysteriously find a new land because it was hidden behind a magic force field or a magic mist or something was created from something else. I feel like that's a slow chip at the old, oh, we just need more content, so we gotta figure out how to add something into the world. Because when you make a world map, and I understand this happens like even now to this day, like oceans will rise or fall and then new land masses are created. I get that. But it's also a retcon of the world, of the lore, to be like, oh, hey, we found this. In my eyes, anyway. Like, I don't know. I could be talking shit for no reason.
No,
but I just feel like if we find a mysterious island somewhere out in the middle of fucking bumfuck nowhere ocean, name ocean or whatever, I think like, okay, that's a retcon of the lore, because that would have just been, it would have been there, and we would have said like, oh, you know, there's lands we haven't explored yet. There would have been something along the lines of like, there are lands in this place that we don't know very much about, we haven't been to, but like usually it's just like, oh, this magical island appeared out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Call it lazy writing or like whatever.
So like when we're talking about like the outer limit of being like very charitable of what counts as a retcon or not, like I guess for like Pokemon, I'm thinking of like, you know, in Generation 1, there's Professor Oak, and he's like, yo, I've been a professor my whole life, and I've like spent my whole life dedicated to studying Pokemon.
Sure.
And you know, all of the Pokemon in this whole world, there's 150 of them, and 151 if you cheat. And if you if you get them all, then you're incredible. And I've been studying for my whole life, and I made this device, and it's brand new, and here you go. And then in the immediate next games, 2 years later, Gold and Silver, right? They're like, there's like new Pokemon in Kanto that weren't there 2 years ago.
Yeah, like how'd that happen?
Like, oh, but this wasn't, so this must be like, oh, these were supposed to be in the world the whole time, and it's just like a, like, is that a retcon, I guess?
Like, unless there's some in-universe thing of like Professor Oak going like, I lied to you because you're a kid, whatever. Like, you didn't even know there were more.
No, none of that. They just, they're there now. There's just Gen 2 Pokemon in Gen 1 area now.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that to me that would be like a very soft, like, okay, how'd these guys get here? Like, what are we doing?
Okay, if that's like a super soft retcon, then I guess something like that. But like
Because
that would
it's
be fine.
like,
That's good.
so like, if I'm to believe Professor Oak's been this professor his whole life, he's a pretty old guy. He's never traveled anywhere. He's only stayed in this one area, or what you call our like Pokemon regions.
Yeah,
We've
region.
had this. They're kind of like states, or like are they kind of countries? Our region in Pokemon, because I know they loosely use terminology in different ways.
They call them regions in the game. That's like the official capital RTM
Is a
region.
a continent?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. Here's my problem. I don't think I know what a continent is in real life.
Oh, stop.
I don't think I do. And the reason I say that is because, like, the way I learned continents is that there are 7 of them.
Yeah.
Is that your understanding of continents?
Sure.
Okay. And okay. And then my understanding of continents, again, there are 7 of them. So because there are 7,
okay,
I am aware, right, that there is a way for these to be broken up, the 7 continents of the world, into North America, South America, Antarctica, right? Europe, Africa, Asia, Oceania. That's
Asia.
my understanding.
Yeah, you said Asia, right?
Yeah.
Those are the major land masses of the world.
Yes. So here's the problem. When we say major land mass, what do we mean? Because Europe and Asia being different continents, fucking how? They touch a lot. You can walk from Europe to Asia, no sweat. You don't need a boat. It's just Europe and Asia. That's one chunk of land. You know what I mean? So when I think of a continent as like one piece of thing that is separate, it's a very large land chunk surrounded by water, that's clearly wrong. You know what I mean? That's clearly not how it works. And because that's not how it works, Europe and Asia big touching. Again, you can walk from Africa to Asia. They're touching. They're connected, bro.
I don't think specifically in the general. I don't think in the general definition it has to do with water.
So, like, I guess I'm saying, why is Europe and Asia not one continent? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Why is that diff? Like, I'm willing to wear the egg on my face this time. I'll just say it. I don't think I know what makes a continent a continent. Because, so like my understanding of a lot of things on Earth is that they're related to size. Right? Like the difference between like a stream and a river. Kind of just size, right?
So a continent, yeah, it's due to size and it's a conventional thing, right? So like the way everyone collectively feels about Earth is that we recognize 7 land masses. Those being Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, Australia. Those are the 7 land masses that everyone collectively agrees these are land masses. I don't think it has to do with separation between each other or separation between like bodies of water. I don't think the body of water thing is a thing.
Yeah.
I think that's like what people tell kids to like get them to stop talking about it because they don't know. Right? Like, oh, it's just water. Stop talking to me. Go away. Go play. Go watch Bluey. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here.
God, no more Bluey, please.
So I guess what I'm saying is, I'm not I don't care about the convention of like, are they continents or not. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
in Pokemon, if you're in the Johto region, is this like what you would call a state, like a collection of cities and
Well,
towns?
this is the problem. That's the problem.
Okay.
I don't know. Every region is a collection of cities and towns. Yes, all of them are that.
Okay.
But some of them are touching other ones, and some aren't. So when we're like, are they continents? Who
Probably.
could say?
If they're large masses of land, then yes. If they're small masses of land, they're an island. So the island thing, I believe, is surrounded by water.
You say that, but Europe's a continent, and it's a lot smaller than America or Canada, and America and Canada are one continent, not two.
Yeah, but that's not, the size isn't necessarily, like, you're not saying, oh, because Europe is smaller than like North America, that means Europe is not a continent. Obviously, Europe's a continent.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be?
Sure, it should.
Why?
Because conventionally, everyone's agreed it's a continent.
Yeah, sure. But why?
Definitionally? Because it's a large landmass.
But it's not that large.
Yeah, it's smaller than North America, but it's large.
But it's smaller than America and Canada. So why are America and Canada one continent, not two? Definitionally. Just no reason?
Literally
like Mexico
the
is
same
bigger.
Continent.
Yeah, but Europe and Asia are the same continent. But they're not though. But they're not the same continent. But like, why aren't they the same?
A little touching compared to like.
No, Europe and Asia are mad touching. Equally touching to America and Canada. Like North America, like the United States of America and Canada. It's equal touching.
Like, are you just
like look at a map?
What you're saying? You just denying Europe being its own continent?
I'm saying if Europe is a continent, Canada should be a continent. And if Canada's not a continent, why the fuck is Europe? I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, then in that case, North America and South America should just be America then, because they also touch very briefly.
They do,
but
and I don't get it.
They're also touching.
Yes. Well, they're separated by a canal, but yes. And I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. It seems arbitrary, and if it's arbitrary, then I don't know how you would designate like fantasy worlds continents or not without, you know what I mean? Like, are they continents? It's up to the guy who made Pokemon, I guess. I couldn't say. But like, because I don't know what a continent is. I don't know what the minimum. Like, the difference between a pond and a lake is the size, right? Is that it? That's the only. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the difference between a pond and a lake is just that a lake is a lot bigger.
So I guess the definitionally, why Europe and Asia are considered two separate continents.
Yeah,
is because they're culturally, historically, and politically different.
Okay, so culturally,
they are
and historically different.
They are a part of a larger landmass called Eurasia.
Just Eurasia, but yeah.
Eurasia. That would be the landmass in which they're found on. However, they're two separate continents.
Even though they're not, but they are. But they're not, but they are though.
No, but they are, because definitionally they are two. They are. If they had the same culture and they were the same, pretty much everything, had the same political beliefs.
Right.
If everyone believed that social credit score was good, then.
Right. So Mexico should be its own continent.
No.
Relative to America. To United States of America.
No.
Because they're culturally significantly different.
Culturally significantly different, but politically the same. So it doesn't match all the criteria.
Well, they weren't.
There's a couple.
They became, but so were they originally a continent until they weren't? Were they a continent for a while?
I don't know. I wasn't born back then.
Me either.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying though? Like if a continent is just like,
it's a weird thought experiment.
It seems arbitrary.
It all of it is. Yeah, like state lines, it's all arbitrary. It's all man-made, but it's a thing.
So. Well, no. The man-made can also be man-made with like purpose and like regulation.
It's not.
The continent just seems like, completely made up, wacky, silly.
Just like after the first Pokemon game, it's arbitrarily made that like, oh, some new ones are just floating around and you know what I mean? It's just arbitrary.
So like that's a very silly thing you just said. But
it's true.
No, those aren't comparable at all.
It's true. It's the same thing.
Comparable at all.
It's the same thing. They just happen to show, and it's just a thing that someone said, oh, you know what? Someone was like, hey, these two landmasses are totally different in how they interact with each other, how they like culturally, politically.
New question. Are continents racist?
No, because you can oh, wait a minute. We already had this discussion. No, I had this discussion in a different chat. So let me hit you with this. No, let me hit you with this. Hit you with this. There was an issue in another chat somewhere in the depths of Twitch where someone said racism doesn't have anything to do with people.
Ooh.
Now, here's the thing.
Love it.
Definitionally, racism is against people. Definitionally, in the definition, racism has to do with people being against other people. That doesn't. Land masses can't be doing that. Land masses aren't people, unfortunately. Just like.
Well, sure, but we just decided that people decide what the land masses are. So, someone had to decide Europe doesn't count as part of Asia because, parentheses, probably something racist.
No.
They were like, they look a little different over there.
And cultural, they're just different. So
they got that Buddha guy.
I don't know if it's racist or not. I'm just giving you the definition, and unfortunately, I'm just
saying continents seem a little racially motivated, and also Europe shouldn't be a continent.
Well, I mean, that's my point. I guess if
I'm a Europe denier.
Here's the thing, I guess if continents weren't like, because continents are definitely a construct of the human condition, right? It's like obviously because it has a cultural thing and a political thing, all these differences that like people have made it this way. I would then say to counter that, we probably only have 6 then, with Eurasia being like Eurasia, whatever the fuck you want to call it, being like that if continents were just that, and they're not. So,
okay, so why isn't Ireland a continent? Because it's tiny, right? It's the only reason. It's just because it's an island and not a continent because it's baby. Because it's not touching Europe.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just like there's a couple.
Just because it's tiny.
Just because Hawaii is not attached at the hip to the U.S. doesn't mean it's not a part of North America, the continent.
Politically, we own it. So are we saying that like a continent is a political term?
I don't know. I don't care too much to jump further into this.
I see. My point is,
I'm not
in
invested.
Pokemon, it seems like there's no clear way to decide what is or isn't a continent.
I specifically asked the question because I was trying to see, are they islands or are they continents? We know the difference between an island and a continent.
Do we?
I'm looking directly into the camera at you.
The
scathing look is directly at you. Obviously, you're not going to go to Hawaii, for example, and say, this is a nice continent you have over here. They're islands. So fuck off with that. You understand.
Okay, but Australia is an island.
It's a continent.
Yeah, it's both. It's big. Big island.
Big. So it's not an island, it's a continent.
So bigger Hawaii.
It's grown up.
Bigger Hawaii continent.
Yeah, but Hawaii's not big.
But if it was, definitionally continent.
Sure.
Right.
It's
so
not.
The Alola region in Pokemon is islands. But
sure. So then they're islands, not.
But is it a continent? Because I don't know how big. We don't have like relativity.
Sure.
We don't.
Sure, it's not a continent because they're small islands. So it's.
Well, I don't know if they're small islands.
Are they
They're
fucking
islands.
islands?
They're islands, but I don't know if they're small
then
islands.
they're islands.
Australia's an island.
But it's a continent because it's a big.
Yeah. So how big do you need to be?
Well, I'm not a geologist. I can't tell you.
Me either.
What I can tell you,
I don't know.
I can look at a map. No, but hold on. I can look at a map. Let me look up the Alola region real quick, and I can tell you if it's a continent or an island.
Sure. I wonder if Google has any information on are there continents in Pokemon. I'm not a geologist. It's so funny.
I couldn't tell you, brother.
Although I wonder if that implies that like you would be do geologists decide because it has something to do with like the ground, or do like politicians decide?
Well, I think the ground has to do with like plates and stuff, right? I don't think politicians decide what a continent is.
True. But it's cultural and political.
So these, I have an Alola map effort.
Yeah.
Of Pokemon. These are small islands. From the map, I'm looking straight at the map the game gives me on a Google. These are what appear to be 4 islands with smaller islands interconnected. Right? Is this true?
I think that's right.
Okay, so these are islands. I would say Australia would be... Yeah. Okay, we're in Australia.
Yeah, Alola has like... Yeah, Alola is meant to be reminiscent of Hawaii and culturally Hawaiian-ish. So I guess vis-a-vis, we could say it's probably an island chain like Hawaii as opposed to like a continental island like Australia. However, if it's like entirely relative, then I don't know. Because like, keep in mind, they're like, things aren't necessarily to scale on a DS, right? Like your character, like Charizard's 5'7" and Ash is like a lot smaller than him, but Pikachu is like a foot tall, and like the scale doesn't necessarily make sense, right?
Yeah, but do these islands have like again?
So I don't know how
I'm not invested in the thought experiment of are they islands or continents. It was just a question.
Yeah, but I'm telling you why I can't answer the question.
But you can. So I'm just gonna answer for the audience. They're islands.
Well, I don't know, because it's not a thought experiment. It's like that's how continents work.
Okay, bit aside, right? They're islands. They're islands.
They could be
islands. They're
islands either way. They're islands regardless.
They are islands. They're not.
But they might be a continent. But they definitely are an island, regardless.
They're definitely an island. And so, like, for instance, if you ask, why is Australia a continent, not an island?
Yeah. Is it big?
The definition, no, it's more than that.
Oh, okay.
Is a large self-contained landmass. True. We knew that.
Self-contained.
Large self-contained landmass. Cool.
So blocked off by water. Yes, got it.
But, okay. But also, it has its own unique geology, flora, fauna, and culture. And like whatever political that would go into the culture, and it rests on its own tectonic plate, the Australian plate. So I guess again, if I was a geologist, I would know. I don't know all the tectonic plates, right?
Sure.
But I'm assuming, right? Most of these have to be checked for it to happen. Now I don't know if Europe lands on or fucking. Europe is on its own tectonic plate than Asia, and that then makes them different continents. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going to ask a question you're not happy about. How many plates are there? How many tectonic... Surely there's like thousands of tectonic plates, not just like... Right? There can't be like 4.
Well, I mean, I imagine there are only so many that are connected to land masses, right?
Like, there's got to be like
there's 7 major tectonic plates apparently.
Really?
And numerous. So the major plates are 7. There's a lot of smaller ones, but the major ones are 7.
Oh, okay.
And I'm assuming these would be.
Do they line up with the
like
continents?
How?
Do they line up with the continents? Like, is there a tectonic fault splitting Asia and Europe?
There is a North American plate. There's a South American plate. There is an African plate. There's
Okay.
but then again, like Australia has a plate, and then like Philippines has a plate for some reason. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different.
Okay.
There's like smaller plates. You know what I mean? So it's not like indicative of,
Oh.
oh, this is it, right? Again, it's just.
Okay, well then yes, there are continents for sure, and Alola seems to be its own continent. Yes, based on the
Well,
definition you just read, yeah, Alola seems like a continent
it's
because it has
it's
like
not.
its own unique flora and fauna, its own unique culture, its own political kind of thing going on. Yeah, I think
Not a large tract of land, unfortunately.
Ooh, it
Smaller
isn't a
lands.
large. Well,
No,
okay,
it's
so
not.
the size is part of it,
Yeah, because like you could say that, okay, well, Hawaii has its own unique flora and fauna.
but not politics though. I mean, we kind of own their shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, again, it's not. Again, there isn't a checklist that every single thing has to be checked off. Again, it's an island.
Is it like autism where if like you have like 5 of the 10 check marks, you are on
I'm
the
sure
spectrum or whatever?
there's a continent spectrum, so to
Sure.
speak.
Yeah.
But then you
So,
have
okay.
islands that aren't continents, and that's what the Aloha Islands are, right? Because it's not the Aloha continent, it's the Aloha Islands, and none of them are connecting.
Oh, to each other?
No.
True. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
guess anything that's the concept of an island.
They
Yeah.
are a chain of, I would say, an island chain. They're an island chain.
Little archipelago.
Yeah. That was on the tip of my tongue. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't like conversations like that are frustrating because like I'm not a scientist, right? I only
neither
know
of us are
definitions.
scientists.
No, I know. But you like to stretch the fabric of reality sometimes. And you can tell audio listeners by his laughter, he understands what I'm saying right now.
You like to stretch the fabric of reality is the tightest thing. It's going to be on my epitaph. Liked to stretch the fabric of reality.
You definitely like
That's
to.
tight.
And this is why, again, I don't know if you read the description of our last episode.
Yeah.
But this is why, chaos consumes you sometimes. And why you might be chaotic.
I feel like this is the most lawful thing I've ever done. I'm trying to strictly adhere to the guidelines set forth that determine what is or is not rigidly a landmass. I'm trying to be very
looking at the multiple different, like there's even concept art for the islands. I don't know if it's official or not.
Sure.
It seems like it's from the Pokemon Company, but it would seem to me like they're islands. It's a chain of islands.
Well, they're for sure islands. We just don't know how big they are.
If they were all connected, well, it doesn't matter.
Well, because if they're each the size of Australia.
But they're not, because you can see that on the map, right?
But it's not to scale.
Yeah, but even like the concept art, like obviously they're small islands. Not small as in like fucking Waikiki or whatever, right? But like small Hawaiian like islands.
Well, yeah, but like we don't even know how big like the planet they're on is. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I guess if you fucking lived on Minecraft planet, then you might have a big island, and it might be a continent.
Because if Poke Earth is like kind of smaller, then islands would be relatively bigger, and then like
true, and then that would maybe if the world was smaller, that would be why every Poke Center has a
Nurse Joy,
Nurse Joy just hanging out waiting for you.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying is, we know what we know from the games. We know what we know from the maps. What I'm saying is, you are wrong in this point, and that's fine.
About what?
About them not being continents. They're not continents. They're islands.
Well, I'm saying they could be. But I agree they're islands. No, I agree they're islands.
Okay, we just need to get you over the fence of, okay, but also they're not continents.
They're not necessarily continents.
They are not continents. Because they're not connected to each other.
Okay, wait, but aren't parts of Australia not connected to Australia?
They're not large land masses.
But parts of Oceania are not connected to Australia.
Okay, and
they're still part of that continent?
I don't know what isn't or a part of Australia proper, but I would assume Australia...
Like Hawaii is part of North America, and it's an island. Sure. So, like, ostensibly, if the main island is very large, then that would be the continent, and then the little islands around it are, well, we don't know.
They're all kind of the same size because I can see them from the map.
One is so much smaller.
Oh, I can see the smaller one, but I can also see the 3 other ones that are likely the same size.
I feel like
there are even smaller ones, kind of not connected, but in the same island chain.
Yeah, there are some really tiny ones for sure.
There's 3 big ones. There's a couple small ones, and there's like 4 little mini islands and like a little, in like a reverse half moon, right? And then you have like the little.
Wait, what? What, are you looking at the Sevi Islands or the Alola region?
Alola region.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
half moon.
Yeah. Or are all the islands in the half moon? Like they're kind of arranged.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I thought you said one of the islands looked like a half moon. Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So like I have one map of the actual islands, right?
Yeah.
Then I have a map of like the whole world in like relation to each other.
Oh, we have like a Poke Earth?
I think so.
Oh, that's tight.
Because like it would look like Johto, right? Johto, right?
Yeah, Johto. Yeah.
And Kanto are connected.
They are.
So they would be a part of the same continent as Hoenn, and it's in some script. I can't fucking read this font, but like Gallar.
Galar.
So those are in the same continent. So they would be one continent.
Are they?
They are connected in this map.
Oh wait, but connected doesn't Europe and Asia.
But I would imagine I don't care anymore, actually. You know, like when someone is tired of being on a plane and they hit the emergency exit and they just want to leave. That's kind of what I'm doing to this.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I don't know if they have continent. Actually, continent kind of seems like a word that we like. Maybe they didn't even have in the game.
Johto, I guess, could be. I guess I don't know because it's all centered around Japanese culture, right? So it's hard to. Are they states? Are they
because like some of them like Alola is supposed to be Hawaii and or like Hawaiian based or whatever, and then Unova is supposed to be like Paris, I think. So, and you know what complicates it further?
Because you never talk about governments. There's no real government talk. Like, Johto just has one government? Is it like what?
I don't even think they do have a government.
Of little towns. Like, what is Johto?
Yeah.
Like, I see Johto on a map, and it's okay. It's like America. It's slapped between 2 other regions, but what is it?
No, I don't think there is no like government structure that's ever discussed.
Yeah. So like.
There's no like mayor of Goldenrod City or whatever that like doesn't exist. Also,
but I imagine they capture Pokemon. The same shit happens in all the other like politically. I would assume they'd be like is Nurse Joy hanging out in the fucking Johto fucking all the Johto centers and she just jumps ship to the other ones too. Like I don't know. Like culturally, they seem like they would be the same.
Nurse Joy, I think, is in all of the Pokemon centers. Nurse Joy, I'm pretty sure, is in Generation 1 through 5. I don't remember if she's in 6 or not, but I kind of think she is. And then I'm pretty sure she's not in 7, 8, 9.
Because like I see like so from the world, air quotes the world here, you have Galar, Johto, and Kanto in its own thing, and then you have Hoenn that's kind of like a little mini kind of you would still it's like the Hawaii to fucking North America, right? It's like there, but it's small.
Sure.
So like you would just lump it in. You have Alola, which is like again the reverse crescent moon, and then you have like another continent, which is I'm just gonna butcher these. Gino. That sounds right. Maybe.
Oh, is it written in the stupid?
So, it's written in fucking script.
like unknown font
I'm
or
dying.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm
No,
dying because
bet.
I'm dyslexic.
Here. I'm DMing you. I'm DMing you. Here you go. Please.
Like, fuck me, actually.
Allow me to save you, please. So the
I'm like
Sino
dying.
region. Welcome to Genshin. Here you go. Just scroll down a bit, and there's like a bunch of.
Yeah, because I'm like trying to fucking read them, and it's like.
Yeah, there you go.
Terrible.
Yeah, there's like one larger picture that I didn't really know what to do with because it like I kind of can't tell where things are in relation to like volume wise. I kind of sort of can't tell. But then like if you scroll down, there's like individual pictures just like in plain English. It's so helpful. It's much better.
So like, okay. So let me.
But yeah, you can kind of tell.
Okay, Unova, right, from Pokemon Black and White. So Unova is connected to. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Sinnoh.
It's Sinnoh, yes.
So Unova and Sinnoh are connected, and I would say that landmass would be a continent because they are heavily connected. There's a couple little floaty islands out south of Sinnoh, but like. Generally, I would call that a landmass, right?
Sure.
And why do? Well, Unova looks like fucking ovaries for some reason. Kind of weird, but okay.
Unova looks like ovaries. Is crazy. What the fuck?
Or like, and like we were trying to be cool and we do the upside down 3, do like the W but upside down. Yeah, it looks like that.
It has like the 2 lake things like the 2 rivers going. Yeah.
So then you have like Kalos, you have
that's really funny.
Fucking oh, fuck me if I can't say that. Anyway, like I was saying, it looks like there's 3 major continents that we know about, and then Alola is an island chain like you would see like Hawaii. It's based off Hawaii, so I'm just gonna call it Hawaii.
Yeah, it's based off Hawaii, correct? Yes.
Yeah. So like I don't know. It just Pokemon's weird, right? Because it's like there are all these stuff, but there's no conventional like
right.
There's city names or like town names, I guess, but there's no real major city in any of them, technically. Like a huge, like Pokemon's like a collection of little towns in a thing you call a region.
So within the scope of each region, there is supposed to be one like larger hub town. Johto has Goldenrod City, Kanto has Saffron City,
and these would be like metropolitan areas.
Yes,
we would imagine.
Yeah, with like big office buildings and shit. Yeah. Like the central radio for the region and like shopping centers and shit like that. Yeah, so the first couple of regions are like I think
it's so weird though. Like you look at how the map is shaped, and so we didn't know about Kanto. Motherfucker, you're right there. I guess there is a mountain range like. Yeah, cutting it off, but like
Johto and Kanto
were like never knew about Kanto. What the fuck are we talking about?
What the fuck are we talking about? True, especially when it's a world where we can fly on Pokemon.
Like I've never been to Egypt, but I know Egypt's there. You know what I mean? I've never been to Australia, but I'm not like Australia is not like a myth to me. Like I know it's there.
Yeah, but like even like let's say there was no like internet and there was no whatever. Like, this is a world where you could just hop on a Pidgeotto and fly for a minute, and you're like, oh, what's that place over there?
Well, it's a world that has boats.
Yes.
We have fucking boats that...
Yeah.
They're not like canoes, they're boats. Like, powered by...
luxury liners, correct.
Like the powered by power.
Well, and that's what I was going to say, is like, this is where things get even like shittier. In the first Pokemon games, they reference Indian elephants. And the Great American War.
Was that like an American edition, or was that like...
No.
Oof. So is Johto supposed to be America? Is that supposed to be...
I don't think so. No, Japan is supposed
conversation?
To be... No, Japan is supposed to be more... or Johto is supposed to be more Japan.
Where'd they get America from? That's kind of weird, but well, whatever.
Yeah, in Kanto, in like Gen 1 Kanto, which again, Japan, but like Lieutenant Surge is the Lightning American, and he talks about how he was like saved by his Raichu during the American War.
The American Poke. Well, I take it back. If there's an oil Pokemon, there's gonna be war.
Muck and Grimer.
Muck and Grimer. Yeah. If there is oil to extract, America will be there.
Yeah. I forget which game Raichu mentions it in, but like one of the Pokedexes for Raichu, I think it's in Gen 1 or Gen 2. But like it mentions it has like enough electricity to like knock out an Indian elephant. So ostensibly they have like America and India, but then like they don't really come up again after that. So maybe that's a retcon we appreciate. Maybe that's a retcon that's not bad. Taking out the real world continents is... Hey, we found one.
Unless Pokemon is supposed to be... honestly, it's all just... They're all living in purgatory. The Pokemon's just purgatory.
True.
There's 1,000 Nurse Joys because she's just stuck there forever.
Oh, no. There isn't even Nurse Joy except for like in the anime. Can you imagine?
Yeah, sure.
The games don't even have that bitch. It's just like some girl in a hat.
Oh, fucking the anime, right? I mean, I don't think they weren't really shooting for too much with that anime.
Dog.
Really.
Ash is still 10 in the anime and he's had like 15 Christmases. They don't give a fuck.
Ash is the epitome of you need 10 years experience and like 10 years old actually.
Yeah. The anime is very goofy like that. And I don't really super know what to...
What's kind of like the Americanized Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, right? Like and all those old school animes are kind of half cringe. Like the Pokemon anime was garbage, right? Like we can all kind of agree. Like the original kind of like... I'm not talking about the movie. The movie was okay. Like,
wait, what do you mean?
Like just the anime for like the original like
story-wise?
Poke Rap. Yeah, it was kind of mid, right? Like animation wise, story wise. 7 boys want to animate new characters, so they're just like, oh, this is Nurse Joy, but she's like my cousin, so
there was a lot of cringe.
Changing the Bao bun to be a jelly sandwich.
Yeah, jelly donuts for the onigiri. That's tight. That was an improvement. That's tight.
Oh my goodness.
No, I love that. That's giving the same energy as like Ghost Stories English dub. That's tight.
Well, hey, you know what? I was just thinking about this. I think this is the first time you actually tapped me out in an episode.
What do you mean?
You just tapped me completely out of an episode. I was like, you know what? I can't even. There's certain things I just can't even pretend to even care about with you sometimes. You know what I mean? I mean that in the best way possible. I just mean there's sometimes even I have to tap out.
I'm just detail oriented.
No, you're great. You're great at being chaotic.
Okay. I see we're perpetuating this. All right.
I don't know. I just think that
I
didn't think it would happen. And you tapped me out.
Listen, brother, if you can't handle the legal specifics of these kinds of terms, if you can't handle the lawfulness of what I'm trying to do here, that's your business.
Trying to overturn a whole thing people do. I'm
not overturning. I'm just trying to overturn. I'm just trying to like understand and shed light on where things maybe don't have like.
You know what I'm saying? How do we even know where these plates are? How did we map some fuck ass plates?
Oh, in like a literal geology sense?
No, just like, okay, we're just gonna the U.S. just happens to be on the North American plate. We're just gonna call it the North American plate because why does, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Are you gonna flip it on me?
No, I kind of get what you're saying. Like, isn't it coincidental we just happen to be on a plate?
Like, there's a Pacific plate, but why isn't there a fucking landmass in the Pacific?
Oh, I see. Okay, I think I see what you're asking. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're saying like in what capacity had? Okay, right. So like what happened? As best as science can describe right now. Originally, there were no, and again, this is kind of where the confusion comes from for me. There were no continents, huge air quotes, because
Yes,
there was
I
one
know.
mass
It
called
was one
Pangea.
met. I know the
Right.
concept.
Yeah, and then when it broke apart, so the reason there's no landmass in the Pacific is because we haven't drifted there yet. But we will, and then there will be. Hmm. Audio listeners, Connor doesn't seem to appreciate this insight. Audio
No,
listeners?
we will never be on the Pacific plate because we'll always be
Well,
on
we
the
won't
North
be on the
American plate.
plate. Yeah, we won't be on
Yeah.
the plate, but we will eventually.
But then, because if we shift over there, then the Pacific plate is just going to shift with us.
Mm,
Or we just
actually,
cannibalize plates.
I wonder if it'll be more like with the DVD loading screen, where like we're gonna
We'll all
bounce
be dead.
back. Well, yeah, definitely.
If
But
we moved that far, we would be dead for sure.
well, no. I mean, like, I wonder if like it's good with like how like Pangea broke apart and we went, but like the plates. So I wonder if like they're just gonna meet and snap back the other way.
Just can come back together for a
And
little
we're
bit.
gonna get like Pangea again. But like, I would imagine
That's dangerous.
I'd imagine
like,
two landmasses crashing sucks.
That'd be a lot of death, I'd imagine. I mean, I'm not a geologist.
I mean, like, we've seen earthquakes that don't go super well for people, and that'd be like a hyper earthquake, right? I would imagine. Cartograph. Jamie is making me giggle. But like, yeah, I would imagine. I mean,
the bunker's not going to save you from that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have a bunker for that.
I wonder if you could with enough springs. Like a shock absorber system, but on like a continental scale, literally.
Two plates are crashing together with that much intensity to bring two continents together. I don't think the only people that are going to be left alive are going to be in the air.
True. Oh, everyone flying at the time was like, wow, that was fortunate.
That sucks.
Nowhere to land, understanding but... of the true. Yeah. Well, they can do a water landing. It's fine. But like my understanding of like how the plates interact is that like an earthquake in general is when like two plates are popping together and they kind of like build up, like they keep pressing and then one slip, and then that slip is like
a mega earthquake.
Yeah. So like that's how I understand it anyways. So I wonder then, if the implication is that like, maybe that we're not even on a plate, we're just over a plate. You feel me?
Well, no, we're definitely on a plate because when the plates touch and rub elbows, then we get earthquakes. Well, and California is definitely on a plate for sure.
But I mean, like, I wonder if like we're not like attached. It just happens to be what's under us right now. Know what I'm saying? Because if we were Pangea at one point all one thing, then we're all on one plate, and then now we're on a bunch of different plates. You feel me?
No, I think we'd have to be on one plate because...
But it broke.
The plates moved.
Yeah.
The plates didn't...
Right. So there was a bunch of plates, and then we were on not all of them, and now we're over other places because not Pangea anymore, so now we're on different plates?
No, same plates. We moved with the plates.
Oh.
We don't move over the plates. We
then
just
what's
move
where the plates used to be? More plates, no?
No, the same plates. Just the jigsaw puzzle got changed around and reconfigured. Then the water came rushing in.
The water. Oh, well, water does do that. That is how water works.
True. Yeah.
You think everything under the surface of the earth is dirt and water? Like there's no air pockets? Or at least like not that many?
from my favorite YouTube channels, they do suggest there is a lizard world underneath us.
Well, DC isn't underneath us, but that's really funny.
I don't know. I think
I feel great about that joke.
I would like there to be something more that we don't know, because that's kind of cool, right? If we've discovered everything,
Sure.
that's kind of boring.
Oh, well, sure.
Because, like, we still don't know who built the pyramids, you know what I'm saying? It'll be interesting to figure out, like, oh, these guys did, you know? Oh, this, you know, we find out there's some other people around snooping around,
sure.
sleuthing in the shadows, you know what I mean?
What are those guys called? The Anunnaki? Anunnaki?
Anunnaki, yeah.
The big Tanuki? Yeah. Could be. Same way. And you know what? Wouldn't it be tight if eventually there were just like dudes with crocodile heads and shit walking around? Raw comes back from space, like, hey fellas, I'm back.
I think you and I have talked about this. I'm not a huge conspiracy nut guy, but I think it's interesting that we have found the things we found and where we found them. And then there's other things that like don't seem to line up sometimes.
Sure.
And then there's other things where it's like, oh, that's kind of weird. We just have this, like, we have all these records of the past or whatever. People have been keeping records. And then, like, we have these swaths of time where there's just no records. Like, hundreds of years, there's just no records for. And then we have some swaths of time, like 100, 200, 300 years, where we do have records for, but we don't have any evidence of. It's like, that's kind of interesting. You know, it's kind of
a wacky fun time.
You know?
Yeah.
And then there are things you look at from the telescope in the sky, and you're like, oh, you know, that seems like that could have been a city at one point in time. But I don't know why we're not, like, going there and trying to find things to, you know, and then you find things in the sea or whatever that used to be not in the sea, and now they are in the sea. You're like, oh, it's kind of weird why these statues that are kind of Egyptian looking are just here but not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's just kind of like...
Well, plus dragons.
Dragons, yeah. Yeah.
Every culture has dragons, regardless of whether or not they could ever have conceivably talked to each other about it forever in all of history. That's crazy.
You and I have talked about this and how, like, other cultures have these mystical beings, but they all kind of are very similar, right?
Yeah.
And how, like, there are pyramids everywhere on Earth, but also they're just kind of the same as well. They're a little different, a little spicy. They kind of put their own little spice on it, but in general, they're all kind of fucking similar, kind of too eerily similar. Like, I don't want to be the tinfoil hat cast or whatever. I'm just saying it's kind of suspicious that, like, okay, so one architect just went around and be like, hey, you want to build a pyramid with me? Hey, people that I don't know, you want to build a pyramid with me? Just a cool guy just running around doing cool guy.
Wouldn't that be tight?
It would be tight, but I don't think it happened like that.
No, probably not.
It was definitely like a shared
I'd imagine network it was dragons.
I like to think dragons were just like big lizards and they were actually chill.
Sure.
And like just in general, they're just like chill guys just trying to live their life. You know how, like, lizards, they try to get up under the siding and stuff? They're just chilling, having a good time. I feel like dragons, they were just big lizards and they were just like hiding in mountains and stuff, just hanging out. And they weren't even like trying to hurt people. They were just like, hey, can you just leave me alone? I just want to be a cool little lizard guy. Not little, because they were probably big, but like.
Lizards try to get up under your siding. You know what the best way is to not have lizards under your siding?
What?
If all of your buildings slope inward on all four faces like a pyramid.
No, by the way, I don't mind lizards in my siding. You know what I mean?
Oh,
they
sure.
can live there. They can chill. Now, here's the thing, though. If we had the huge lizards like that, what were they made for? Or do we have giant mosquitoes? Were they eating giant mosquitoes? Were they just
Well, yes.
huge helicopter sounding wing mosquitoes just scooping up school children walking to, fucking
Right. Well,
first
yeah.
year mid-grade, like
My understanding is that like bugs were way, way bigger like in the Cretaceous period and Jurassic period.
for sure.
Like mosquitoes were fucking massive, like big style.
Like surely like we're talking about dragons. Obviously, I don't know what they were. They could have been spaceships from a different planet. Dragons could have been meteors, who knows what the dragons really are.
Meteors. Oh.
Well, okay, every depiction of dragons, what are they? They're breathing fire, pretty much, mostly. Serpent-like things sometimes.
I'm with it.
Sometimes they're breathing fire. So what has a tail and is fiery? A comet? A meteor? I was flying through the sky.
I wanted to make like a mother-in-law joke or something, but
no, that actually just wasn't a bit. I was just kind
of that's just real shit. I mean, I hear you. Like they see like a fireball in the sky and like, oh fuck.
Well, I mean, tell me why we have evidence or lack of evidence of like something like the year 200 to like 950 around that time that we just don't have any evidence of. They just didn't exist technically to us, to our knowledge. There's like no like I'm to believe the church was really good at bookkeeping before that time,
but
and then after that time, but like between those times, we just couldn't hire a bookkeeper.
Well, and imagine a lot of it was destroyed during wars and stuff, or natural disasters, like the Library of Alexandria, or like book burnings, the Crusades.
We find evidence of them though through archaeology, stuff like that. We uncover evidence that at least there are like things that were built in this time period, right? We uncover that stuff, but like in this tract of time, apparently we haven't found the stuff. So like, sure, like you said, it might have been like a tsunami or something, blew all the water away, the paper away, who knows? But like also there's no like evidence of the stuff being like no castles, no like evidence of humans doing anything within that time period. So like, were we all sleeping, like hibernating for a while? Like what happened? So that's what I'm saying.
We got forced into the caves, And
then we have the opposite where we don't have any evidence of something happening, but then we're like, what's all this stuff? So it's like there's the part where like we have the evidence or we don't have any evidence and there's just nothing for this period.
Sure.
And then we have some written evidence, then we don't have any physical evidence. And then we have no written evidence, but we have the physical evidence.
Well, I'll tell you what I wonder. I wonder some stuff about that kind of same vibe, same kind of thing. What year was it in 1 BC? In 1 BC.
1?
But I mean, like, what are they counting from? Because BC didn't, right? What year is it for them?
I mean, the Catholic Church kind of changed the whole game, right? The Roman Empire kind of, not Catholic Church, but the Roman Empire kind of changed the whole, kind of like all they were just like, hey, we need our own calendar, so let's just make our own calendar.
Like in 7000 BC, what year was it? I want to know.
7000, I guess, BC. I don't know. Fuck. Yeah, it's interesting, right? How do we know to say 7000 BC?
What?
I mean, like,
okay, well, that one
then,
we know. Wait.
No.
Oh, wait.
Don't turn this around on me. I know. I'm saying back then, surely back then they weren't like, it's 7000 BC.
No, that's what I'm saying. What year was it? 7000 BC.
I'm saying.
Oh, we're saying the same thing.
We don't know what they would like.
That's what I'm saying.
We're calling it 7000 BC. But it's not 7000 BC. It's
right. I want to know what year it was for them at the time. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
We're saying the same thing. Yeah. I was gonna say right. Got it. Yeah. Because that's what I want to know. You know what I mean?
And even before that, like
if you ask Jesus's dad a year before he was born, what year were you born? I want to know what that guy says.
What's up? Before my son.
What year were you born? Be like, I don't know, man.
Hey.
We haven't started counting yet.
Oh, a couple sticks over here that I've been keeping track of.
Like I want to know what the fuck. What was the biggest thing for them before Jesus that would have been worth counting from? You know what I mean?
Well, and the count's weird too, right? Because like the standardized year wasn't invented until the Romans kind of shifted that.
Yeah, they added a couple of months to it.
And then they had some slippage or whatever. So then they're like, fuck it, we'll do a leap year long. And then, but like, okay, so how do you count all the years before that? What was a year before that? Because everyone was on different.
Yeah.
Everyone was on a different calendar.
Yeah, like when you find out that years are made up, it's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's no such thing. That's a year that's a fake. It doesn't even exist.
Excuse me. I guess carbon dating's nice because we can tell how old something is and like give it a number. Sure. But then it's hard to like, I guess you could like count back from our standardized man-made aliens, I think.
Aliens, like we know like one revolution around the sun, but then like how we divide that is just made up.
Honestly, look, I'm not a guy. I'm not a guy who does conspiracy things. I'm not a conspiracy guy.
I am. The moon landing was fake. Well, I'm kidding. That's actually a joke. I don't think that. I want to be clear. I don't think that.
The Earth is flat. Fuck it.
I'm not Joe Rogan circa 2016. I don't think that.
It's just tough. I think that.
Oh, hey, Mosey.
Yeah, there's
audio listeners. Mosey walked in.
But like, you know, pyramids, for example, we're to believe like just a couple thousand slaves built it with like no water, no food.
It was more than that. Number is a little low, but yes.
Well, even if it was 100,000,
you can do a lot by killing a lot of people.
Yeah, but I think they had some help. You know what I'm saying? I think they had some. Sure. I think it was aliens and magic. I don't know about magic, but.
Audio listeners, you need to show up on Fridays. That's crazy.
On to that.
But yeah. But damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I find this concept very interesting.
Conspiracies are mostly whack. Let's be clear. Conspiracies are mostly whack.
But what about stuff that are conspiracies that turn out to be true, actually? And the weird roundabout way of things.
Like how the government killed JFK?
Or just, you know, people think like UFOs are fake, and then like there's actually all this footage of actual, obviously not aliens, but like unidentified objects. We don't understand like how they got here, but they're here, sort of things. It's just, can't say like everybody's radar is fucked up, right? Like one radar fucking up, okay, but like
true.
And here's the thing,
yeah,
are we to believe that out of the billions and billions of planets and stars in the universe, we're the only fucking dumbass bitches that just happen to spring up and blow each other up?
Probably.
Like, there is a goo form of me and you having a goo podcast in Goo Land somewhere.
Oh my god, not Goo Land. Not the gulag. Well,
made it to the gulag.
Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what, I'm reminded of that episode of Rick and Morty where they're like running through the portals and there's like a dude sitting on a chair ordering a pizza, and then they run through it's like a pizza sitting on a chair ordering a dude, and then they run through again and it's like a chair sitting on a pizza sitting on a dude ordering you know what I mean though. It's like a pizza pizza on a dude ordering a chair. Yeah. And like people's understanding of like the like infinite universes and whatever is so, I feel like, goofy, like in a pop culture sense or in like a colloquial like modern sense, non-scientific.
Yeah, that's kind of goofy. Like obviously because
they'd be thinking like anything is possible, but anything possible is, which is very different. Like those two words are like there will never be a universe where Barney is real, because that was never an option. But there will be a universe where like dinosaurs didn't go to. And by the way, not just one universe, but like infinite. There's an infinite number of universes where
I'm gonna light you up. Dinosaurs, not even real.
Woo! I see we're Mormon in here. Okay,
No,
I like that. I like that. I like that. The bones were put here as the test of faith from God. Sure, hell yeah.
Don't you hate when someone's like, they're not even real bones in the museums? I'm like, yeah, dumb fuck. Why would we put real bones in the museums?
Yeah. Like we'll discover one skeleton and then we'll copy it 19 times to put in 19 museums so the bone stays safe. That makes sense.
Or like, this is just regular dirt. It's not moon dirt. It's just gray dirt. Yeah, dumb fuck. The building blocks of the universe: dirt, rock, and more dirt and rock and dust.
Yeah. True.
I don't know. It's
how many continents do you think the moon has?
None.
There's no tectonic plates on the moon?
I don't think so, because the moon doesn't have a core that works anymore. Moon's kind of dead.
But that means the plates aren't moving, right? Surely there had to.
I don't even know how we would.
I guess there's no way to check that. Obviously, humanity is unaware of that currently, but it's an interesting question.
Well, the moon used to have water, apparently. They know there's rust on the moon and Mars.
Yeah, and there's like frozen ice. There's like ice, frozen water ice.
What do you think? This might be, we need to have a conspiracy episode where you and I just like bring some conspiracies to the table and talk about them. I think that'd be kind of funny. I know we don't do that. That's not really the vibe. But I think that'd be kind of a little fun, little special.
Like a little pre-prepped one? Sure.
Yeah, a little, not pre-prepped, but like I bring some, you bring some.
Like we bring some note cards. Yeah.
What do you think about Mars potentially having a life a long time ago?
I think that seems to me like it would be the most boring and likely probability. Yeah. That
I want.
Seems like mundane and obvious.
Here's what I want. Yeah. I want to have been a part of an alien race that had to leave Mars and come here. Yeah. And then we like did some stuff and now we're here. You know what I mean? That's what I want.
Well, my understanding is that the distance from the sun for each planet affects the temperature on that planet pretty heavily. And as a result, also, you consider like the quality of atmosphere changes the temperature a lot.
Because like we know from our experience with what we have here, that like the more fuel we burn, the worse the atmosphere gets, the worse the planet gets. And like if we if we did that to another place, we're like, fuck it, we'll just go somewhere else. Right?
Sure.
Just pop off. But speaking of popping off.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think it's time. Okay. I think it's time we
yeah, I can get behind that.
How, and again, it's one of those things. Every week we have the same problem. How do you end something like this? How do you end a masterpiece of an episode like this? How does one do that?
I think a lot about that disproportionately, maybe, and probably the same way that our forefathers back in the day would have done. You know what I mean?
Shoot it.
You shoot it.
Bang.